What's popping? What's going on? What's going on? What's good? What is good, people? What is good? What's popping? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. Man, what's popping? I had to do the show late today, so I had to handle some business earlier. I had to do some shit, but we gonna get into this game though. We gonna get into this game. You feel me? Make sure you guys get the "Submissive Women Are Sexy" t-shirts. Click the link below to get your shirts. You feel what I'm saying? Make sure you get those shirts. The shirts is popping. You understand? I'm gonna have to make some hoodies though, because it's starting to get cold out here. You feel what I'm saying? So for all you guys in the cold climates, got to get the hoodies. But I'm gonna get those soon. What's popping? Andre Strums, Miles Morales, Justin Paris, Desmond Cook, Ross, Side, Stutters. What's good, bro? Joe Blast in the building. It's my dude right there. What up? Elroy Jetson, Chrislyn, Chizzy City in the building. Now I was going live, man. What up, Outlaws? Illuminati, what's good? Yeah, I had to do something earlier, so I was like, I'm gonna do the joint later. You feel what I'm saying? It's like I gotta do the joint later. What's good, King G, Mr. Nico? What up? And remember, guys, make sure you get this book, How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day, ebook, hard copy, on audiobook. Go to mrlocario.com to get your copy today, or click the link below. You feel what I'm saying? Make sure you guys get that. So, I titled this one. Let me make sure everything's looking right. This thing be looking funny sometimes on my end and be saying shit is not streaming good, but we'll keep it going. But so I titled the video, "Don't Ever Date These Types of Women," right? And what I wanted to do is I wanted to tell you guys a story. I was trying to do this yesterday. I did a live stream while I was walking outside yesterday, but it was cutting in and out. And so what I wanted to do is I wanted to tell you guys a story about this chick I went on a date with, a week or two ago, something like that, or whatever. And basically I was trying to tell this story to sort of emphasize something that was happening with the topic of that video, where I was talking about why you shouldn't text a girl. So if you guys haven't watched that video, after this, make sure you watch that video where I was talking about why you don't need to text women. You understand? Because I was basically talking about guys feel like they always need to keep texting a girl, "Good morning, how are you, what's up, I've been thinking about you," all that other goofy shit. They think they need to text, a chick this much. And I was saying women do the same shit also. So I was telling a story about a woman who walked out on me on a date. And what happened was she was doing the same texting stuff to me also. So what happened was we set a date for a certain day, which was the next week. So there was about 7 days before I was going to see her. So throughout those 7 days, she kept texting me, hit me up, "Hey, what's up? How's it going? What you doing today? Blah, blah, blah," and all this other stuff. And I was saying that people do that a lot because they think they need to do that. They think they need to, keep texting you, keep hitting you up, to keep you interested, right? But what I found funny was this girl was doing this. We met for the date, and at first everything seemed cool, but then she bounced. You understand what I'm saying? So I was like, what was the point of her texting all that week if the shit ain't going nowhere now? Like, what the fuck is the point, right? Or we ain't make nothing happen, right? So now, I don't want to talk too much about that point, but what I want to talk about is what actually happened on the date and why you shouldn't even, why you don't need to deal with these women. You don't date these women. And I'm going to tell you, what's going on, right? What up, Ben Gold Tiger was popping. Freedom of speech in the building. So, what up, Slime Peso? What's going on? So basically, this is what happened. So I matched with this girl there's a new thing on Facebook. Facebook has like a dating section now, right? Miles put me onto it, right? So he put me onto this Facebook dating shit. So I was like, let me check this out, see what's popping with this. So I matched with this chick on the Facebook dating joint, right? So we matched or whatever. And basically I'm like, "Yo, let's meet up on this day." Like, I'm just trying to get straight to the point. So she was like, I was like, "I'm free this day or that day," right? So she said, cool, let's do this day. I said, all right, cool. So I was pretty much done with texting her or interacting with her. But she was hit me up on the fucking messenger on the Facebook shit and just kept asking me questions and this and this and that. So, I responded, but I kept keeping it short. You feel what I'm saying? I'm like, oh yeah, this and that. Anyway, looking forward to seeing you whenever, right? So what happened was, it got from the Facebook joint to the phone. So I said, here's my number. I don't really be, on this too much. So hit me up if you need to hit me up on my phone. So she hits me up on the phone. So she's hitting me up, texting me on the phone. Right? So the day before the date, right? Usually, because I tell you guys to confirm, right? The day before the date, she hits me up. Right? She hits me up. So then I just say, hey, listen, we still on for tomorrow? What's good? So she's like, yeah, definitely. All right. So now we go and meet each other for the date. So I told her to meet me at this spot. So what happened was I go to this spot that we supposed to meet up at, and the spot was like crowded as hell. So what I usually do is I usually get there a little bit earlier because I want to sit at a certain, place. I want to arrange how I want the shit to go. So I get to the spot and the shit is crowded as fuck. So I hit her up and I say, yo, this shit is crowded. Meet me here in the front and we'll go to this other spot across the street. So we go to the other spot across the street. So I meet up with her, give each other a hug. It's all smiles. Everything is cool. We talking. And I'm like, okay, the vibe is cool, right? So we get to the spot. We're chilling and we're drinking and we're talking. So everything is cool at first. She asks me a bunch of shit. She know what I do. I'm like, yeah, I'm a dating coach. I do this, do that. I'm asking her what she do, whatever. We going back and forth. Everything is real chill, right? So everything is chill. And then it got kind of funny when so what happened was she asked, I can't remember exactly what she asked me, but I think it was something like to the effect of what made you want to become a dating coach, or she said something to the effect of dating or whatever, or what got me into this, or what am I passionate about when it comes to this coaching shit, right? So basically I told her, part of what made me do what I do and what made me good at this is because I'm a player. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm like, look, I'm a player. I gets it in. I do what I do. Right? So I think as soon as I said that, I felt the little shift in the fucking situation, right? Now, mind you, on my profile, it says I'm in an open relationship. It says I'm non-monogamous. So this is not any surprise. So I'm like, unless she didn't read my profile, and this is what I'm assuming, right? So I say that, right? So then what happened was we're talking a little bit more. And so she asked me, she says, hey, have you lived in New York, all your life? And I say, yeah, but I was like, actually this past year I've been traveling a lot because I'm doing this documentary, right? So I start telling her about the Game Kings documentary, right? So, so what's interesting is that I say, yeah, I traveled the country. I was interviewing other coaches about relationships and dating and manhood and all this other stuff, right? So then what happened was I said to her, I was like, oh, and what's also interesting is that one of the guys in the documentary used to be a pimp, right? So I'm talking about Rosebud, right? So then now she's like, it seemed like as soon as I said pimp, she got like triggered, like, what do you mean? What's that about, right? So then she says to me, so what is the correlation between like a guy who's a pimp and just a regular guy out here dating or whatever? And I said, well, one of the things I would say, and I said, there's a lot of differences, right? But one of the things that I said was that, a pimp has to manage women, right? And I said, if you're the type of guy who's a player, you got to also manage women. It's not the same thing, but you still got to manage women. So she's like, manage women? That sounds kind of exploitive. And that sounds, so now I'm like, oh my God, am I on a date with a feminist? Like somebody fucking shoot me in my head right now. Like what the fuck is going on, right? So then I said, listen, not only that, and this is the next thing that I felt like triggered her. So I said, there's nothing wrong with management. I said, first of all, a guy has to learn how to manage himself. So I said, for example, I said, imagine you really like a guy and he's dating you, but he's dating 4 or 5 other women. I said, he has to manage his time, or else he's not going to be able to see you. You understand what I'm saying? And so it's almost like I felt like I triggered something in her. Maybe she had this situation before. She was dealing with a guy who ain't have time for her or whatever the fuck. But she had this look on her face. You understand what I'm saying? And then so now, I was trying to explain to her, certain things, because she was like, oh, it's exploitive, and you're talking about pimping, and these women out here are being exploited. I said, wait a second, but I was like, you do know that there are women who are hoes out here who are choosing pimps. You understand what I'm saying? They're choosing up on a pimp, right? I was like, there's hoes out here who want to be hoes, who chose that lifestyle. Nobody forced them to be a hoe, right? So we get into that fucking conversation, right? So now, this is what happened. She goes to the bathroom, right? Then she comes back. She sits next to me. And then I start talking to her again for maybe like a minute. And then this chick grabs her fucking coat and jumps up and says, I think our value system is different. I gotta go, and just runs out. Like, she didn't walk. She damn near ran out the fucking bar. Right? So the thing is this, and what's funny, and this is the interesting part about this. I remember telling her, because I told her, I said, I coach women also. And I said that the funny part about women, and I said this to her, I said, women generally can't take real shit. I was saying that women can't take real information. And funny enough, this woman couldn't take real information. You feel what I'm saying? So she basically got scared off because of the type of guy I was. And so what I'm saying to you guys is that don't ever date a woman, or don't ever try to make anything work with a woman who doesn't respect the type of person you are. You understand what I'm saying? Like, don't hide who you are. Don't pretend to be some other motherfucker. No, you do you. You understand what I'm saying? You be you at all times. Because when she left, I kid you not, I was sitting there laughing my ass off. I was like, yo, this shit is hilarious. I was like, this shit is hilarious. I fucking chilled there. I ordered another drink and shit. I'm chilling. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just chilling. But what I found funny was that, she just couldn't take what was going on in the situation. You see what I'm saying? So she had, in her mind, she probably was expecting a certain thing, because either she was, and I've had this happen before, where I've had women, you said I dodged a bullet, real talk. I've had women who, when they met me, they thought I was like some single dude. You understand? Like, they didn't realize that I'm in an open relationship, which was, on my profile. So they didn't really read the shit. You feel what I'm saying? Or what happens is they read the shit, they sort of think that they could, like, they're like okay with it, and then later on they're not okay with it. Right? You say women always claim honesty, but when they get it, they can't take it. Exactly. So I'm like, because I'm like, if you read my profile, you knew what I was about, you know what I did, so why is this shocking to you? You understand? And then she's like, oh, I feel like our values are different. I'm like, you don't even know what the fuck my values are. I'm telling you, you know what I'm saying? Like, she thought because I'm doing a documentary and it's about masculinity, and I'm talking about that I have a dude who used to be a pimp in there. I'm like, what are you talking about? Right? You said she was probably going to waste my... Well, and this is the thing. And this is why, I actually like going on dates with women. Because, see, in certain situations, you can tell a chick, like a random chick that you met off Tinder or whatever, to come to your crib. Or you go to her house or whatever. And that's cool sometimes. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But the thing is, I was actually... You said, was she hot? She was cute. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would give her like a 7. You feel what I'm saying? She wasn't, it was like whatever. But yeah, like, the reason why I like going out on dates, because I wouldn't have wanted a woman like her to be at my place or to be at her place. You understand what I'm saying? Because to me, women like her seem like the type of women who will feel like you did something to them, even though you didn't do anything to them. You feel what I'm saying? So you got, this is what I'm saying, like, I gotta feel a chick out before we're in any of those type of situations. You said her feminist attitude brought her down to a 3. Yo, I swear, soon as she was talking all that management, that sounds explainable. Why do you have to manage people? I'm like, first of all, she told me she's an entrepreneur. Don't she think she's going to need to manage people in her company if her company gets big? Huh? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Managing people is because I'm talking about a man being masculine and managing the women he's dealing with. This is what a lot of these feminist women can't deal with. You understand? They don't like hearing that shit. You feel what I'm saying? Ron Star, you said smart move. She could have flipped the script in private. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You got to fill these chicks out, bruh. You got to fill these chicks out. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're just going to take a walk in a park, just be somewhere neutral where you're feeling the chick out. Because, you know what I'm saying? Because imagine if you got the chick at your crib, you're going to try to do something, right? You know what I'm saying? And then you try to do something, she feels pressure to give in to what you're doing, and now she's talking about, oh, he pressured me. I ain't trying to hear none of that shit. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not trying to hear none of that shit. So that's what I'm saying, like, and I'm telling you guys, don't ever date women or don't ever try to make shit happen with women who don't respect who you are. Now, the shit that this chick did was straight disrespectful. You understand what I'm saying? Straight disrespectful. Because a normal human being, what they would have done, because I've been on dates where, I remember I was on a date with this chick, and what was it? It was like an instant date, actually. So I met this chick randomly at some bar or whatever, and we went and left the bar to go to this other spot, this other bar, right? And we were talking and interacting with each other, whatever. And so I'm trying to make something happen with this chick. And at the end of the night, she was like, oh, she's like, yeah, I'm feeling you, but I'm not really too sure about this open relationship stuff. And I'm not really, and she was like, she was cool. She was polite about it. Everything was cool. And I said, you know what? That's cool. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And, I gave her a hug. We went our separate ways, right? But it's like, she's a woman who has some sense. She's a woman who's mature. You understand? But a woman who is emotionally all over the place, you feel what I'm saying? They'll just fucking wild out like this chick did and bounce. You said, did she ever call me again? And this is the funny part. So I think it was maybe an hour or two later, I got another message on the Facebook dating app, but it wasn't from her, it was from somebody else. So I go in the app and I noticed that she like deleted me on the shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, yo, and the reason why I'm telling you guys this is that I don't want you to switch up your shit to get with chicks, because this is what most dudes will do. This is what a lot of dudes probably would do in that situation, right? If that happened to some other dude, this is what he'll do. He would say, well, maybe I shouldn't talk about, pimping and whatever the fuck else I'm doing so that the girl will like me. That's what other motherfuckers will do. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm saying, don't do none of that shit. You understand? Be who the fuck you are and let the chicks who want to fuck with you. You understand? That's why I don't lie about being in an open relationship. Like I don't ever tell a chick, yeah, I'm single. I don't ever take this ring off. Even when I'm hollering at a chick in the street or at a bar, this ring stays on, bro. I don't act like I'm not married. You feel what I'm saying? I don't act like none of that shit. You feel what I'm saying? So, that's what I'm saying. Like, and to her, I think what it was either she didn't read the profile and probably saw that I had a ring and didn't realize until later and then felt funny about it, or I got too real to her. I got too real for her, so she was like, "Oh my God, let me get the fuck out of here." You understand what I'm saying? It's crazy. Hold on. Let me get. Why is this shit looking like this? Yo, what's popping, bro? You. What's going on, bro?
You chilling, man.
What's going on?
Happy Friday to everybody.
It's Miles Cunningham in the building, people. So what's good, bro?
Man. Yeah, I was just listening to what you were saying about like not changing your shit up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that's some real shit, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's some real shit because you gotta remember, bitches are gonna have something. They're gonna complain about something all the time anyway.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you might as well be the fuck who you are. You understand? Like you straight up might as well. Like I was having a conversation with a chick last night on a date, and I straight up told her. I said exactly what you saw me put on the thread is exactly what I say to every bitch.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, "Oh, is that your copy paste? You just copy paste, copy paste?" I said, "No, I don't copy paste, but the reason why I put that for everybody is because that's who I am."
Mm-hmm. Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
When I ask you if you're free because I want to meet up for a drink, that's what the fuck I want to do.
Exactly.
You understand? I'm not a club nigga, and I'm not going to take you out to dinner because you ain't give me no pussy yet. So there's no reason to feed you.
Right.
But I can share a beverage with you in a nice environment and get to know you by having a conversation.
Exactly.
That's my style. That's what I like to do.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And I told her this. I said, yo, it doesn't work on everybody. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't work on everybody, and I'm okay with that. But the fact of the matter is, as long as I know who the fuck I am, you understand? As long as I know that and with that being said, I'm attracting the bitches that's gonna fuck with me for real.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I told her, I said, check this shit out. Check the fucking shit out. So I said to her, because no, as a matter of fact too, because a lot of these bitches be arrogant as shit.
Right.
She was like, I remember you saying on the text, "Hello, gorgeous. You know, when are you free?" Blah blah blah. And I said to her, I said, "I didn't call you gorgeous." She was like, "Yes, you did." I was like, "No, the fuck, I didn't."
Right.
Like, I wouldn't give you a compliment so early. You didn't deserve that.
Right.
Yet. Right. And she was like, "What? What she mean? What she mean deserve?" Yeah, I bet you did. And this bitch took out her fucking phone, my nigga. Like, yo, she thought I did so much so that she took out her phone. I said, I guarantee you, I didn't give you no fucking compliment.
Right.
All I did was ask if you was free. Bitch took out her phone and realized and started looked at the shit and was like, "Oh wow, you didn't." You know what I'm saying?
Right. She got you mixed up with some other nigga. That's what it was.
Exactly. My niggas, I need y'all to be so. Look, all right, I'm gonna say something else later before I get off. But I need y'all to be so serious about who you are, bro. Because these bitches are the fucking worst when it comes to like. Bitches don't know who they are.
Right.
You understand? They never know who they are. That's why you have to be who the fuck you are. But let me tell you why. This bitch, her whole fucking deal was wanting to be exclusive. And she was on some, I'm not going to do anything with anybody unless I'm exclusive. And my nigga, what you know about, at the end of the day, the bitch is talking about how she don't kiss on the first date. Because we're not exclusive and I don't know if we're moving in that direction. And how about I walked into her car, I gave her a nice long hug, rubbed her back and all that shit, and she had some big ass titties. I was pressing her big ass titties up against me and shit. And then I kissed her on the cheek because I'm a cool nigga. I'm not a thirsty nigga. If the bitch says she don't want to kiss or make out, I'm cool. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Because it's not the end of the fucking world for me. Because shit, the night before I had a bitch swallowing the baby, so we all good.
Right.
You feel me? But so right after I gave her the kiss on the cheek and then was about to like walk away, bitch grabbed me and stuck her tongue down my throat, my nigga.
Right, exactly.
Me, my nigga. You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So that's what I'm trying to say, my niggas. Y'all have to understand that being who you are as a man is hella important. And bitches so a lot of niggas think that when a bitch says, I mean, look, no means no. Like if you're on top of a bitch about to fuck her and she says no, you do what you're supposed to do and get the fuck up off her because you don't want a rape charge, right? But a lot of times when the nigga hears no, they get automatically discouraged, bro. You have to hold on steadfast to your masculinity, to your identity, to your manhood. You understand what I'm saying? Because I was explaining to the bitch. I was like, yo, I said, this line doesn't work on everybody. And I get that. You understand? But I said, it brought you out here tonight.
Exactly.
You understand?
Exactly.
And you know what she said to me? She said, well, sometimes I guys ask me out, and then I tell them, oh, well, let's have a conversation online first. You understand?
Right.
And check this shit the fuck out. Check it out. I said to the bitch, why didn't you tell me that?
Right.
She said, because when I saw your pictures, I was attracted to you. You see what I'm saying? You see what the fuck I'm saying?
Yo.
Attracted to you, and as soon as you said it, I wanted to come and see you. My nigga, on the thread, right after she said she was free, I said, here go my number. The bitch fucking texted me almost immediately after that, my nigga.
Right.
And then the following morning, she gave me the, oh, good morning, and blah, blah, blah. I'm looking forward to seeing you on Thursday. She didn't ask me to fucking talk to her online, nothing like that, right? And I told her, I said, most of the times when bitches, you know, and mind you, I wasn't saying all this shit while talking to her. I'm just being more illustrative and entertaining for y'all niggas, because I keep my when you for me, I gauge the bitch, because you know you got some hood bitches that you can talk like that to, and you got some other bitches who you can't. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
so I'm just letting y'all know. But anyway,
right.
But I said that usually when chicks tell me that line about let's talk online, either I block them or I kill that conversation, or I say, hey, all right, so you know what else do you want to know, right? And then only if the chick is cute. Like, I might give her a chance, like, okay, fine, you want to talk online? Then talk. What the fuck? What you want to know?
Right.
You understand? I give you the floor. You know, ask away your fucking questions. But then usually here's what will happen. And this is how I know, this is why I stick to my guns, because it's really all about whether they're attracted to you or not.
Right.
Like 9 out of 10 times when the chick says, let's have a conversation online, and then I say, all right, cool, what else do you want to know? The chick says some dumb shit to me like, well, what do you want to tell me?
All right,
or
right.
Dumb shit, like they answer a question with a question. So it's obvious that they're just trying to be difficult because they're not attracted to
exactly.
You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And the thing y'all gotta understand about chicks is when they're not attracted to you, don't take it as a loss. Take it as you dodging a fucking bullet and move on to the next bitch. You understand what I'm saying? Because again, this bitch, she saw my picture. I asked her when she was free. She told me. I gave her my number. She texted me immediately.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
Why? Because she saw the kid from the beginning. You understand?
Facts.
This is why you have to stick to your fucking gun. You understand? Stick to your gun. Therefore, the chicks that are attracted to you can find you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like this. If you go on Google Maps, right, and you're searching for a McDonald's, right, and they say that the McDonald's is at the corner of Main Street and Law Street or whatever, right, and you drive to that location and the fucking McDonald's moves,
right, exactly.
How are you gonna fucking get what you want from McDonald's?
Exactly.
The point of the metaphor is stay where you are. Stay steadfast in who you are. So the chicks that are trying to find you will find you.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Because a lot of niggas take a rejection or like a unpleasant or unsavory situation as a reason to switch their shit up. You understand what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I just mentioned to y'all niggas that I had a bitch swallowing the babies the night before.
Right.
My nigga, this bitch complains about the fact that I don't text her every time I see her or talk to her.
Right.
She's like, oh my God, why don't you text me? Why don't you text me? I love to communicate. I would really like for you to text me. It drives me crazy. But you know what? But you know what? The last time when we spoke, the last time we chilled, what she said to me, she said, "But you know, I don't know. I think it kind of makes me like you even more.
Exactly.
See what I'm saying?
That's the shit right there. That's the part. See,
If I
that's the
was
part
to
guys
fucking,
don't understand. You know what I'm saying? Like,
if I was to switch up my game, then who is she liking? She doesn't know who to like.
right.
The guy that doesn't text her or the guy that does text her. You understand what I'm saying?
Facts.
Bitches need for you to fucking stay strong. Bitches need for you to stay strong and be who you are because they're looking for somebody to guide them. My nigga, I was out on another date on Tuesday, and me and the bitch was walking through. It had rained, right? So there was puddles in the fucking on the sidewalk.
Right.
And I took her hand and I showed her. I said, nah, walk over here because the puddles are too deep over there.
Right.
You know what the bitch said to me, son? And this is just meeting me for the first date. You know what she said to me? She said, "Thank you for your guidance."
That's what I'm talking about. Son,
I'm trying to tell you. All right. I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna say that this last thing. We trying to really show y'all cats, bro. Like we tell y'all this shit, and we follow what we do exactly what we say with these bros, and these are the type of results we get. Now, mind you, again, you had that on the podcast where you was talking about hot women and the definition of hot women.
Right.
I'm not telling you that every fucking bitch I'm talking about right now that I've been on dates with this week was fucking, Kim Kardashian or fucking, Megan Good status type looking bitches. I'm not telling you that. You understand what I'm saying? But they were attractive to me. You understand?
Right.
They were attractive to me. They're chicks that I like, that I had a good time hanging out with, and I had dates. Now, y'all niggas could stay home on some incel shit, or y'all could go out and have dates with chicks that you're attracted to that don't necessarily look like Kim Kardashian.
Right.
It's up to you. You understand? But the point I'm trying to make is we follow these rules. We follow this lifestyle that we talk about on the Bad Boy membership, that we talk about on these videos.
Right.
And it works. And these chicks literally look up to us. Like, I'm not even kidding you.
That's facts, too.
These chicks
That's facts.
straight look up to niggas, bro. Like, they straight, like they feel like they are like, these bitches basically have, like, a father complex fucking with us, how much they look up to us. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, I got chicks fucking driving from an hour away to come see me to swallow kids. You understand what I'm saying? This is like real fucking shit. And then the other thing that I want to say to you guys, man, is that it doesn't necessarily happen overnight. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
It doesn't necessarily happen overnight. A lot of you dudes, I'm not sure. You might be having certain results with women that you don't like. There's things happening that probably get you frustrated and this, that, and the third. I'm here to let you know that. Excuse me. The status that niggas like me, Mr. Locario, any one of these niggas will tell you.
Right.
Anyone, like any nigga that's on Game Kings documentary, anybody who does this shit, right? They'll tell you, you're not gonna come to this conclusion of game like overnight. It's just not gonna happen. So what I'm trying to say to you fellas is, have patience with yourself. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Have patience with yourself. But while you're having patience with yourself, I need you to trust the game. You understand? You gotta trust the game, because let me tell you something. Sometimes, my nigga, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Sometimes when I'm hearing these chicks complain about me not texting them, sometimes in the back of my mind, the simp nigga, the simp Miles Cunningham from like 2 decades ago, is in the background. Little tiny voice like, yo man, you should probably text her, bro.
Right, exactly.
Better, you know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly. Nah, it's real talk. It's real talk.
Like, Shorty's a good kid. Like, she's a good joint. Like, she's cool with you, man. You could probably text her a little more. Ain't no harm in that, bro. You could do that.
Right.
Nah, nigga. Nah. You gotta be a fucking savage, and you have to trust. Now there are times when bitches act up, but you gotta put them in check, right? But that's not the same as texting a bitch back and forth just because. Because the other day I had a situation in a bit. I think because Locario mentioned it too in one of his videos where I wasn't texting the bitch. She tried to hit me up and I hit her back and said, "Yo, have a nice day." So I kind of like brushed her off, and the bitch threatened to like not see me no more and all that shit.
Right.
And so even with all her texting being on, it's like she was angry and shit. So the only thing I did, I said, "Yo, how late can I call you?" You understand?
Right.
And the bitch was, "You could call me anytime." And even at that point, when she said, "You could call me anytime," I knew I was still all good. You understand? Because when the bitch is mad at you and telling you, "Oh well, I don't think we should fucking go any further or see each other anymore," and then you just say, I didn't get on there and say, "Well, why are you saying this?"
Right.
No, I literally just said to her, "How late can I call you?" That's it. Because I knew I wasn't gonna call her now. I wasn't even gonna call her at 8 p.m.
Right.
I was gonna call her at like fucking. So my nigga, I literally finished the work that I was doing for that day, and I turned on Hulu and I watched a 2-hour movie. 2-hour movie, and then I said, "Well, all right, I think I'll call her now."
That's how you got to do it, though.
I called this bitch at 1:45.
See,
I called this bitch at 1:45.
Right. And listen. What you guys got to understand is he wasn't watching the movie to try to make it later. He was watching the movie because he wanted to fucking watch the movie. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Like,
and the bitch answered the phone like she just woke up, but she was subconsciously waiting for my call in her sleep, my nigga. You hear me? But that's because I stuck to my gun, nigga. She would have said some shit like that, and he would have texted back 5 or 6 times talking about, nah, don't do that. Why you saying that? I'll text you, no problem. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Trying to fucking salvage the situation. My nigga, I'm good. You see what I'm saying?
right.
You gotta know that you're good. You gotta know that you're that nigga that, and you being that nigga don't mean you're gonna keep every bitch, because every bitch, trust me, when you a real nigga, every bitch is not fucking ready for you.
Exactly.
Bro.
This is what I was talking about with the story. That's what I was talking about with the story with the chick that I went on a date with. I'm like, listen, she can't handle this shit. You gotta understand, because look, you gotta understand something. Most women, right? And J-Dub in the fucking chat trolling, talking about you need to see receipts. Fuck out of here. Anyway, most chicks, most chicks, right? There's a lot of chicks out here who want weak men. Trust me. This is why, like, a lot of women want beta males that they can control. A lot of women want dudes that they can sort of have, you know what I'm saying, in their pocket. But so what happens is when they step to a real dude, what happens is the woman knows, because this is the thing. A woman knows she needs to step her game up when she's dealing with a real dude. When she's dealing with a dude who ain't got shit going on, who's a beta male, who feels like he's lucky to have her, she don't got to do anything. You understand what I'm saying? She can just do whatever, and she knows he's gonna be running right behind her, following her, and doing whatever the fuck she want to do. But when you're because just like you said, the girl, the reason why that chick was online talking about, oh, I usually tell guys I want to talk more and blah, 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 is because she's not really attracted to him. So what she can do is she can extract as much energy and attention from him because she don't really like him. She's like, well, I'm going to just use him for attention. But when that other girl liked you, as soon as you said, hey, give me a number, hit me up, blah, 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 everything was on point because she knows that, damn, I like this guy. And see, this is the secret that women don't want you to know when they really fucking like you. When a woman likes you, she knows that you have power over her. You understand what I'm saying? That's what you have to understand. So this is why a lot of times women will do all this song and dance because they're trying to basically buy time and investment from you before they relay the power over to you. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what happens because they know soon as you got them, you fucking got them. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of them don't want to have to give up that energy too quick because they know as soon as you got them, it's a wrap. This is why chicks a lot of
yo.
times they're scared to make shit happen, or they're wishy-washy and all this other stuff in a lot of situations, because either they're not really feeling the dude, but they could be feeling you, but they still sometimes will give you a little bit of resistance in certain situations, because they know as soon as you dick them down, as soon as you give them that game, as soon as you spend some time and energy with them, they're fucking hooked, and they're like, shit. You understand? They start thinking about you more. They want to call you all the time. They want to hit you up and all this other shit. And this is why I'm saying, where when you're dealing with these chicks, don't fucking waste time on women who are just all over the place and who's on some bullshit and who's gonna fucking give you the runaround all day, because those chicks aren't really the chicks that's feeling you, because the ones that's feeling you, see, look, the shirt that I got says submissive women are sexy, right? When a woman loves you, or when a woman is feeling you, and a woman like has that energy where she's like about you, she has no choice but to submit. She don't even, it's not like she's like, oh well, let me submit to him now. It's instinctively in her to fucking submit to you. You understand? And however way she feels she needs to, because like that girl that you said that you was hitting up on the fucking on the app, and you said, hey, when are you free? Text me. Here's my number. She just was automatically doing shit. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's her fucking energy was like, damn, like a fucking man is right here. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is.
And I'm gonna tell y'all cats. Like, all of the chicks that I've been fucking with, that I've been dating recently, all of them, every last one of them told me the same shit, that they're totally surprised that a dude is ready. Because my nigga, when I mean, just to be full transparency with y'all, when I set up the date, I go on, I find out, because it tells you where the fucking the area that the chick is coming from. You understand?
Right.
I go on Google and I find a bar or some place that, because I'm a nigga. I don't do clubs. I don't do all that crazy shit. I just like bars or lounges that have nice ambiance, right? And that you could get a decent drink and sit and chill. Not too much loud noise, so you can actually have a conversation with the bitch. You feel me? Right. So I literally go on Google, like right after I say, when are you free? And then they tell me when they're free. I literally go on Google and I find the place. And I fucking copy paste the Google link with the address and everything. And I say, yo, meet me at such and such bar at 9:30 on Friday. And I paste the fucking address and shit right into the shit. You understand? And then after that, I put my number. I say, yo, here's my number, so you can hit me up directly. You understand? And then say it's like Tuesday or Wednesday. I said I'm gonna hit you up in midday Friday to reconfirm. That's my full game. I just laid everything out for y'all niggas. But again, that's who I am. You understand? That's who I am. Y'all niggas need to do what works for y'all. You understand what I'm saying? Right. But again, if you want to try it out just to see, just to kind of get your practice, because like I said, sometimes it takes a while for you to really develop into the man that you're supposed to be, and I get it. So that's the reason why I'm laying everything out for y'all, so y'all can make an attempt to try, use the game, whatever. You understand what I'm saying? But the point I'm trying to make is that all these chicks are telling me the same shit, and what they're telling me is that they are like super impressed that a guy is, that I'm showing interest. I have a plan for the evening, and I have a set time and date, meaning that I'm taking my fucking time and my time management and everything like that seriously. And it signals to them that I'm a fucking man about my shit. You understand? Exactly. It signals to them that I have things together. I have a plan. I know how to fucking Google. I know how to use my phone. I know how to they be asking me, where did you find this place? And I'm like, bitch, Google. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything is, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, because you know what it is. This place is so nice. You know what it is? You know what it is? These dudes. No, you know what it is though. These dudes. The reason why the chick responds to you this way, and this is where we're trying to get you guys to this level, is that most of these guys out here are game goofy. You understand what I'm saying? So what happens is they run into a lot of game goofy dudes. Like, dudes be online looking at all these other cats that don't really know the game and be playing all these tricks and gimmicks and all this stupid shit. And so that's where most women are running into.
So when they meet a real dude, a real man, they're like, oh shit, this motherfucker's on point.
Right.
He knows how to take charge. He knows how to lead. He knows how to direct. He knows how to make this shit happen. So all she got to do is sit back and be a chick. She just got to sit back and be a woman. That's it. You feel what I'm saying?
That's it.
You know what I mean?
That's it.
And
a lot of you cats, truth be told, man, y'all waiting for bitches to make decisions. And cause I hear the same shit. These bitches be like, yo, these guys, you know, we're online chatting and they linger and linger and linger.
Right.
They never set a date and they never asked me to go anywhere. And it's like, oh my God, like, and you know, and I mean, a lot of chicks, because chicks are complaining about anything. So they're like, oh yeah, a lot of these dudes, they just be asking me to come to their crib.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I still have respect for the niggas who tell bitches to come to their crib.
Mm-hmm.
I don't agree with it because I don't think you should invite any bitch to your crib if you don't really know her like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But at least if you a nigga that's just what you do, then be a nigga that's just what you do.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Don't worry about anybody else's opinion or what a bitch might think. The fact is you gotta do what you want to do. Like if you a comic book type nigga, you tell a bitch meet me at the comic book store, bro.
Right, exactly.
And if the bitch don't respond, then fuck it, that's not your bitch.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Because here's what it is. When I respond to these bitches, again, like I said, I have a plan laid out for the evening. You understand? I'm telling you where to be, what time, and how it's gonna go down. Now, I want the bitches that like that. That's what I want.
Right, exactly.
Because a lot of times when these chicks don't respond, it's because, like you were saying before, they're looking for a nigga that they can control. Like they want to be the ones to fucking, you know, because as soon as they see me setting out the plan, they're like, ew, like I don't want to mess with a nigga like that. He might try to tell me what to do.
Exactly,
you know what
right.
And like I said before, when a chick don't respond, don't feel bad because you're really just dodging a bullet. Because I don't like chicks like that. I don't fuck with chicks like that. If I can't fucking lay a plan out and you just fucking submit to that plan and meet me and do what the fuck you supposed to do, I don't want to talk to you anyway, bitch.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And I'm totally cool with that. And that's what I'm saying to you fellas. Like, you have to be cool with a certain, you know, a certain demographic of bitches not fucking with you.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's okay. That is okay. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like I said, man, hold on. Like, okay, like I said before, it might not happen overnight, right? But as you cultivate your identity as a man, right? You know, and again, have patience with yourself. You know, take your time. You know, and again, get your practice in because you know you won't really cultivate your identity as a man unless you know skin your knee. You know, sometimes metaphorically speaking, like you can't really learn how to ride a bike unless you fall a couple of times. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So don't be afraid of that, bro. But the thing is, you have to cultivate your identity as a man. So there will be a point where you'll be the type of nigga who just do what you do, and the bitches that fuck with you will fuck with you.
Facts.
And then that's when you'll actually be successful with dating and getting what you want. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. Because too many dudes be out here switching shit up for women. Then you're disrespecting who you are and your masculinity. So when a chick talks to you, she don't know who she talking to. You feel what I'm saying? And the thing is, it's almost like you remind her of a woman because she's like, you're all over the place. I'm looking for someone who's stable because that's what makes us attracted to each other. Just like how you said a chick, she's going to be attracted to the fact that you know how to make them plans, lead the interaction, all this other stuff. And just like you be telling, I know you tell chicks, hey, when we meet on the date, wear a dress, right? Yeah. And so when the chick come with the dress, you're attracted to her just off that because it's showing her following directions and being submissive. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's how it works. You see what I'm saying? But you know, it's crazy. It's crazy. You know what I mean? Shit is ridiculous.
Man. Yo,
man.
Yeah, dude, listen, man. I want y'all to really, 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 really consider getting on the Bad Boy membership.
Facts. That's
right?
what I'm trying to tell them.
I'm not joking. I'm not playing. Because if you're not getting what you want from these females at this point, then it's because you need to have something to follow.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Because the if you're out here switching up shit all the time and just you don't have no clear direction, then obviously you need something to follow.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
I listened to the nigga on the live stream last time when he tried to fuck the bitch in the car and she took his fucking jacket.
Right.
And he put like you know what I'm saying? Like I just oh my god.
Dude got took for his sweater, and he was scared to get the sweater back. I'm like, God damn.
My nigga, yo, like if you really on it, like, because what a man does is, a man remembers that a bitch got his sweater on, right?
Right.
What I would do is, what a man does is, a man walks the bitch to the door.
Mm-hmm.
Walk the bitch to the door, and then you'd be like, if she's about to go inside, you'd be like, oh, excuse me, you forgetting something?
Right.
You'd be like, oh yeah, here's the sweater.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you do that.
Mm-hmm.
You don't fucking, because I'm gonna tell you what happened in that situation. The nigga got discouraged at the fact that the bitch didn't want to fuck him in the car like he wanted. You understand? And so he just kind of like he just kind of let his fucking manhood die down because he felt discouraged by her rejection of his idea.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But again, like that's what I'm saying. You gotta hold on strong, bro. You gotta hold on strong because you have to remember that not every single bitch is gonna be down with the program, and you have to be ready for that.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You have to be ready for that disappointment, and then you have to know how to fucking take the punch and bob and weave and keep moving.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's it.
Real fucking talk.
Look, if you're a boxer, you're gonna get hit, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you're an NBA player, you're gonna miss a couple shots. If you're a quarterback in the NFL, you're gonna get sacked a couple times.
Right.
It is what the fuck it is. You understand? You're gonna lose at some point.
Right.
But but a man, you see, a lot of you niggas, you might think that understanding game and being a man and being a player means you never hear no from a female.
Exactly.
That's not
right.
what it
right.
means, bro. That's not what it means. It means you hear yes from the bitches that vibe with you.
Right.
You understand? That's what it means. It means you hear yes from the chicks that can hear what you're saying.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
If any of y'all remember a long time ago, there's a group called Outkast.
Right.
For some of y'all that don't know. And there's a guy named Andre 3000. And there's a song, I think it was in that song, I think it was in Rosa Parks, or, no, Humble as a Mumble in the Jungle. That's the song. It was on this album called Stankonia. And the nigga said, speeches reaches those who already know about it.
Right.
So whatever it is you have to say to a bitch, the bitches that are gonna listen are the bitches that's already on your frequency.
Right.
You understand? Those are the chicks that you have to worry about. So with that being said, it's already an understanding that not every bitch is gonna be on your frequency. You understand?
Right.
I told y'all niggas in my fucking video the other day that I hollered at 4 different bitches at the Planet Fitness gym that I go to. And all 4 of them fucking shot me down. I told y'all that. You understand? But I still got other bitches swallowing babies, going out on dates, grabbing me and kissing me and all of this shit.
Right.
Even after they said they wouldn't. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm taking the punches, I'm taking the losses, but I'm still in the game. I'm still bobbing and weaving. I'm still standing on my own 2 feet, and I'm still making it happen.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Locario just told y'all about a story that a bitch got up and walked out on him.
Exactly.
And look how long Locario been slaying bitches.
Exactly.
Look how long Locario been slaying bitches.
And that's why I tell those stories. And that's
this bitch
exactly
was
why I tell them.
him for a week.
Right.
Fucking texting him and telling him how much she looked forward to the date and all of this shit. Right? And they finally made it to the date, and the bitch fucking walked out on him and then blocked him on the fucking date. And
right. Exactly.
How?
Exactly. And that's why I tell them stories, because I'm like, I want y'all
we're
motherfuckers to know and see this, man. Because it's like y'all be thinking, some dudes be thinking like, oh well, you know, if I'm on top of my game, then I ain't gonna get no girl's gonna reject me. Nah, this is part of it. That's why I tell them stories. You feel what I'm saying? That's why I tell when shit, you know, went this way or that way, because I want y'all to see that this is going to happen it happens forever. You're not gonna be able to not deal with that shit. You see what I'm saying? But you got to learn how to deal with it in order to get to where you want to go with the chicks who's going to actually want to fuck with you. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what it is.
And this is the reason that I'm saying y'all niggas need to fuck with the bad boy membership, bro. Because you know, a lot of these other fuck boys that y'all listen to, bro, they'll never admit to fucking getting rejected or having a fucked up situation with a bitch.
Right.
You understand? They'll never tell you the realness of that shit. We will tell you because we actually have game and we actually use game and we actually execute game.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
We will fucking tell you. You understand?
Real talk. Talk.
Because I remember that, you know, that dude from the other day. Remember when he was tight that I called niggas fuckboys and shit?
Right.
Oh, you think all of us are just sitting at home with dry dicks and we don't get any women? And it's like, my nigga, it was never about that. It's about you actually you know, developing your shit and working on your own game. Not to say that you won't ever take losses, but you can be in the game.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Exactly. Real talk, man. And this is what we look, guys. We just want y'all to understand, man, that you gotta. Look. Do you be you? Sometimes dudes are so hungry for pussy that they're willing to do anything for it. In anything, meaning they're willing to disrespect themselves to get it. They're willing to switch up who they are to get it. They're willing to follow what this chick is saying to get it. And I'm telling you guys, that's not the way. See, I remember somebody asked me a long time ago, they was like, oh, well, if you get the pussy, does it matter how you got it? Yes, it matters. You feel what I'm saying? It always matters. Because look, you can get the pussy. So you trying to tell me, okay, well, it doesn't matter. So you cool with raping a chick? That's cool because it don't matter really, right? So you just like, fuck it, right? So it's like, come on. So what I'm saying, and of course that's an extreme thing, but that's what I'm saying. Like, it matters. So what I'm saying is that understand that what you're doing all the time is reinforcing to yourself, right, who you are. This is what you got to understand, is reinforcing to you what you're about. So that every time when you're sitting there trying to switch up or change yourself just to get the girl to like you, what you're saying to yourself is who you are isn't good enough. Who you are isn't worthy. Who you are isn't valuable. That's what you're saying to yourself. So then what's going to happen is you're going to keep doing these things. And even if you do get the girl or you get a girl that's going to like probably do something with you, the shit's not going to last, or you're not going to even get anything going because that's not really you. You understand? You don't even know who you are. So she's going to be like, who the fuck is this guy? He's all over the place. He's lame. He's this, he's that. Like, and this is the thing. Unfortunately, this is the unfortunate part. There's too many guys out here who, because they have low self-esteem, subscribe to game goofy shit. And so because you subscribe to game goofy shit, you feel what I'm saying? Then what happens is you start playing the game on some goofy stuff. So now what happens is that you're continuously, because you might get a little bit of things happening here and there, because you know a broke clock is right twice a day, right? So you're gonna get something happening. You feel what I'm saying? You're gonna get something happening, but what's going to continue happening is that your self-esteem is going to get lower and lower and lower and lower, and it's gonna fuck with you. And this is what's going to happen in the long run, is that you're going to have a harder time trying to get shit popping with chicks. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
It's terrible.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Because what's the point of getting pussy when by the time you get the pussy, you're not even the nigga fucking her?
Exactly. Right.
If you acting like another nigga, then, like, you know what I'm saying? Who's actually fucking her? You or a different?
Right.
You feel me?
Right. You know what's funny? You know what's funny to me? I be having these goofy ass motherfuckers, these other content creators hitting me up talking about, yo, Locario, I got more subscribers than you, and I got more of this, and I'm like, my nigga, but didn't you just steal on my content though? So those are my subscribers, my nigga. What the fuck you talking about? You feel what I'm saying? You talking about you did this? You're being me right now. You feel what I'm saying? So how is that? You're not getting anything off of you. You see what I mean? And so that shit just kills me where I'm like, dudes, they're always switching up. They're not being themselves. They're not being who the fuck they are. And then that shit don't happen. I'm just like, y'all got to get it together with that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Shit is crazy, man. Shit is fucking
yeah, man.
crazy.
Let me get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Because I got another date tonight, nigga. You feel me?
I feel you.
So I gotta do a couple of reps to get my pecs looking kind of right. You feel me?
Right. That's what's up. So y'all just got a fucking free Bad Boy show exclusive on this shit. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you guys go to Patreon and check out the Bad Boy show. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, check out the Bad Boy show and get on that Bad Boy membership, man. Stop
Exactly.
doing this stuff, man. Y'all niggas, yeah, it's a different. And remember what I was saying before, man. When you start fucking with more chicks and when you start developing your identity as a man, you'll be surprised that a lot of other things in your life start to improve as well.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
So you know, us telling you to get on the Bad Boy membership is not strictly about just getting bitches.
Right.
It's about putting you on to a whole new world where you, like I said, you'll find that you can be more disciplined, you can be more focused, you can be more organized, and you can have women not only like you and want to be around you, but actually fucking respect you because your identity is solid.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly. Real talk.
Because remember, like we told y'all niggas from a long time ago, that's what being a bad boy is about. Being a bad boy is not about actually being bad. It's about being exactly who you are, regardless of what's going on. That's what makes you a bad boy. You understand? That's why a lot of, because when people say, "Oh, girls like assholes," or "Girls like the bad guys," or "Girls like the bad boy," it's a generalization. You understand? And the reason why it sounds misleading is because when you say bad boy or asshole, you think that the dude is going out of his way to be bad.
Right.
No, it's that the dude is going out of his way to hold on to his identity.
Exactly.
Regardless of what's going on. So like I told you before, how the girl is like, "Oh, how come you never text me?" And I still don't fucking text her, but she still fucking comes to see me all the time.
Right.
That's the essence of a bad boy.
Exactly.
She feels like, "Oh my God, you're not paying me any attention," and she's complaining, and she probably complains to all her fucking girlfriends. And then when her girl says, "So where you going this Friday?" "Oh, I'm going to see such and such."
Right.
"You mean that guy that doesn't text you?" "Yeah, him. I'm going to see him."
Right.
Right? Because I'm the bad boy, nigga.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
To other people on the outside looking in, I'm the bad boy. But the reason why she fucks with me is because I am who I am, regardless. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what we're trying to bring you guys to. You understand?
Right. That's what they don't get.
Get in touch with your identity. Get in touch with your power. Get in touch with exactly who you are. Join the fucking Bad Boy membership and stop fucking playing. Like, I'm dead serious. That, like, the shit that I'm hearing and the shit that I'm seeing from these niggas out in the street, bro. Yo, let's not make manhood extinct. Let's follow some type of guide to keep manhood going, so these bitches have something to follow.
Facts.
You understand what I'm saying?
Facts. Real fucking
y'all
talk.
Y'all niggas have a good Friday evening. Have a great weekend, and the truth is inside you, man. Peace.
All right, bro. I'ma holla. Peace.
All right, peace, man.
Yeah, that's my nigga Miles right there. Spin that heavy ism. You feel me? So the caller number 646-481-3901. I saw somebody in Tony the Tiger trolling, talking about, "I got myself a Steve from sleeping with 200 women. Locario believes that he needs to sleep with lots of women to make himself a man." Bro, what the fuck you talking about, man? That's hilarious. That is hilarious. Yo, what's poppin'? Who's this? Yo. All right, niggas just calling in and hang up. Man. That's that female talking point. They be like, "You want to sleep with a lot of women, so you can know." Yo, what's poppin'? Who this?
What up?
What's going on? Who this?
It's George out in Orlando.
What's going on?
Everything's chill, man.
All right. So what's good with you?
Everything's chill, man. Just here listening to the show, you know.
All right.
know, man, I've been rocking with you for a long time. You know, rocking with you. You know, Tyreek. You know, and you know, it's wild, man. You know, I hear y'all talking. You know, and it's like the dating game. The dating game is it's like a moving machine. You know, every day it's a different dynamic. You know. Like I hear what y'all hollering about. Like y'all like, yo, do you feel me? And I hear that. You feel me? Like, but and I study under a lot of different people. You know what I mean? So with all due respect, you know, but you know, somebody that I study under said that last week was like, yo, you know, like everybody that you dance for, you're not gonna hit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, but you know, like, don't mind me, Luke. You know, because you know, since dating dynamics is changing every day, you feel me? Like, you know, you can't really knock dudes. You feel me? Because it's a moving monster.
So what am I knocking dudes for? What am I saying?
No, I'm saying because y'all like, yo, you know, I'm just saying you can't knock dudes for not being game tight. You know what I mean? Like, because this is a moving monster. You know what I mean? Like,
but what I want to ask you, what's moving though? How is it moving? Like, what's changing?
The game is moving every day. You feel me? Like, it's different dynamics every day. You know what I mean?
Like what?
And the thing is that have you heard of something called like what they call it SMV, sexual market value, something like that? I think.
Right.
You've heard of that? You see, you know what I mean? So that, you know, just every little.
But what does that have to? But what does that have to do with anything though? Because there's always been a thing of sexual market value. You know.
But what I'm saying is when the concept comes up, you feel me? When the concept comes up, because you know, like Miles, you know, dudes is in their own world. You feel me? Like, you're not really, you know.
I'm trying to still see what you're saying. You get.
You understand what I'm saying? Look, like, not nothing. You feel me? But it's like dudes is in their own world. Like, cats is not really, you know. A dude's inbox is not getting hit the way a woman's inbox is getting hit.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
So how he gonna be game tight? So what she's receiving on a daily basis, you feel me? Like, she getting? So it's like you dealing.
No,
with
but see, okay,
like,
let's start with that. Because you're saying that she's getting a bunch of dudes in the DM. So you're saying, how is he competing with that? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not saying how is he competing. I'm not saying how is he competing, because that's the whack part about it. You feel me? Because if you tell all dudes, like, you got to be cognizant, you know, about that. Because if I, you know, let's say you go to the court and you don't think you're competing against that person. You feel me? Like, you don't think like, yo, this, you know what I mean? Like, because the inbox game is just crazy. You feel me? Like,
what does her inbox being full have to do with anything?
It has to do with everything, because women is getting spoke to by so many dudes. You feel me?
I know what that got to do with anything though.
So that has to do with everything, because if a dude can't cognizate that, you feel me? If he can't really concept that, he's not gonna know what dynamics to like move against, or how to duck, or how to do this. He just really doing him. You feel me? Cause I hear the topic, I hear the concept of people saying like, yo, well, you know, let me slow down. Let me see if I can slow down a little bit here. But I hear the concept of people like, yo, every chick you meet, you're supposed to knock that down. You feel me? And I'm saying that, and you know that's not the case. You know what I mean?
So you're saying,
like, you know.
So you're saying that, because this is the thing, if any chick you meet that you want to holler at, you should holler at them. And it's either going.
Yeah, but just because you know what I mean. She has a way more dynamic of the situation than you do coming into the situation. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna have a concept. You feel me? Like, if she got 20 dudes, 30 dudes on the roster, she could see you. You feel me? She like, yo, this is the star. This is the star dude right here. You feel me? She's like, but you don't know that.
But what I'm saying, like, but this is what I'm saying. But see, the thing is, this is what I think you're trying to say. Because I'm trying to get to. I think what you're trying to say is, because the girl has so much dudes trying to holler at her and hitting her up and whatever, right? how does a guy navigate through that? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, she game tight. You feel me? Like she game tight. She like you playing against Ex Machina. You seen that movie?
Yes, but this is what I'm saying. You're saying what I'm saying is it don't matter how much dude she got in her inbox. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
But to a dude that's not really concepting that, he really don't. You know what I mean? Like, you know, he don't know. You feel me?
Well, then that's why he has to get game tight, because if his game is tight, then he would understand that don't mean shit. You see what I'm saying? Because this is what I hear from a lot of guys. A lot of guys will say, because I've heard this before, dudes will say, "Oh, the game's changed because you know we got Instagram and social media and all that other shit," right?
It's moving.
Right. So what I'm saying, and that's what I'm saying, it's not really moving. It's just a different form. It's the same shit, right? It's the same shit, but it's in a different form. You understand what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that the game hasn't really changed. It's only changed in a sense of how we're getting it. You understand what I'm saying? Or how we're able to navigate it. So what I'm saying is that social media, Instagram, fucking Tinder, all that other shit.
But that doesn't change the real dynamic that old dude, he might only have 2 chicks on his roster.
But that's what I'm saying. Why does he only have 2 chicks on his roster if he wants more?
Maybe because he's only rocking with the internet shit and he don't move any other way.
All right, so then he got to move another way then. You know what I'm saying? Like
there you go. I'm just
that's
saying.
All I'm saying. So what I'm saying is that. But go ahead.
It's the conditioning. You feel me? The conditioning creates the condition. You feel me? Like the condition that brothers is under, or whatever the case, or the complaint is, or whatever, is because that's what the conditioning is doing. Chicks know that because chicks know the sexual market, the SMV shit. So they know that they like, man, I'm fucking this dude. I know I'm out that dude's league. You feel me? But I'm gonna go ahead and fuck him. You feel me? Because I'm not gonna tell him. You know what I mean?
But whose fault? But this is what I'm saying. Whose fault is that though? That's the dude. That's the guy's fault though. I know what
you're saying, Luke. I know what you're saying.
That's the guy's fault. Look, let me tell you guys something.
It's not
real
a
quick.
real live market. You feel me? It's not a real live market. Like that's the dynamics of the situation, and it's fucked up.
No, but it's not. But that's what I'm saying. Let me tell you guys something. The dating game is perfect. I'm gonna tell you why it's perfect. There's nothing wrong with anything going on. Nothing has changed. It's the same shit. All that's changed was the actual. Okay, I'll give it to you like this, right? Something like YouTube, right? Somebody will say, well, YouTube changed the game, right? Blah, 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 and all this other stuff, right? YouTube ain't really changed the game. It's the same shit, but it's just a different form. So somebody might say, well, YouTube changed the game because now movie stars and celebrities can't move or can't have shit like how they had it. They're not going to be as famous anymore because YouTube came. So now everybody on YouTube is famous. And Brad Pitt is still Brad Pitt. You feel what I'm saying? Will Smith is still Will Smith, regardless of fucking YouTube or any YouTube star. You see what I'm saying?
But I got you. But what I'm saying is, though, right? A dude might have high sexual market value, right? But then he talking to chicks. Just because he has, that's what's going on in the game right now. That just because a dude has high sexual market value, it doesn't mean he's gonna be talking to the chicks that he's supposed to be talking to.
Who's the chicks he's supposed to be talking to?
Like, ideally, wouldn't you say that sexual? You know what I mean? Like that's supposed to match, right? Like your sexual market value is supposed to match with the type of chicks you're supposed to be talking to.
But what is that? See, I don't even get into this whole sexual market value shit because it's nonsense.
I done seen scenarios.
Hold on, what?
Sorry, I done seen scenarios where dudes done met chicks. You feel me? And the chick like, damn. The chick is like, damn, this dude bad as shit. But he closed off from the society, so he don't know what's going on. She's like, but damn, he bad as shit. You know what I mean? Like, damn, chick like, yo, I don't even want to let him hit because he that ill. I ain't gonna be able to keep him. You feel me? Like, chicks know they dirtbag. They know they scud buckets or whatever, all that shit. They know that shit. You feel me? Like,
I'm kind of lost in what you're saying because
I was talking to a chick. Check this out. I was talking to a chick, right? And she told me, like, we was just, like, she low key said some shit. She was like, what? Like, she said it kind of low key. She was like, what niggas like slut shaming? It's like hoe shaming. She called it hoe shaming. She was like, "Oh, niggas hoe shaming." I'm like,
bro, I'm
bitches
lost, bro. I'm lost.
Bitches know that they fucking niggas that they not even supposed to be fucking.
But this is what I'm saying. Okay, so you're saying that a chick who's a fucking, who you would consider a 4 or 5, I'm just using arbitrary numbers, is fucking a dude that most would consider is a 9 or a 10.
Word.
So why is the why? Okay, wait, hold on though. So why is the guy who's the 9 or a 10, who probably wants a 9 or a 10, fucking the girl who's a 5?
I mean, but I guess the dynamics fucked up. You feel me?
That's what I'm saying. He's choosing. He's choosing to do that though.
Maybe he's not getting out as much as he's supposed to.
Okay, so that's his fault.
Whatever.
So that's his fault. That's what I'm saying. The dating game is perfect, bro. It's his fault.
But not on but on some, not even on no nothing. Yo, you in a moving city. You live in New York. You in a moving city that moves back and forth. You can't do nothing in New York without moving. You feel me? Not all cities is built like that. You know what I mean? Like a lot of not many cities is built like New York, where it's like, yo, you gotta come out. Da 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 da. A lot of cities is not built like that. Like, and that's just real. Like, and
but so what I'm saying is, this because I'm starting to see what you're saying. This is what I think you're saying. And then hold on. This is what I think you're saying, and I got to move on for a second because I got some more callers. But what I think you're saying is you're talking about sexual market value, and for those who know sexual market value, that's some shit people started coming up with online to say that, well, if a woman is 22 years old and hot, has a nice body, her sexual market value is higher than a woman who's 40 years old. Or a guy who has a six-pack and tall, his sexual market value is more than a fat dude. Whatever. You understand? Now, what you're saying is, why does the good-looking tall guy with a six-pack why is he fucking the chick who's a fat, goofy chick? That's what you're saying, right?
What I'm saying is that based on the modern society, how things is going, not in a hyper dynamic city like you live in New York, but in other cities in America, the dynamic is a little convoluted. You feel me? And you can't knock brothers for not being able to see through that, because they only seeing what they getting. You feel me? Like brothers only see what's popping in their inbox. You feel me? If a brother never looked in a chick's inbox, he ain't gonna know what a chick inbox look like.
No, but what is that? But that's what I'm saying. All of that doesn't have to do with anything about him, about what the chick's doing. What I'm saying is, if any dude wants certain types of women,
is if a dude could be an 8 and his inbox could be dry.
But this is what I'm saying. What does that have to do with anything? If he don't got no game, what does that have to do with anything? That's why his inbox is dry, because he ain't got no game.
No, I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is that the game moves fast. You feel me?
And the game is not moving anywhere though. That's the rationalization people want to have. It's like when you hear a chick say, yo, there's no good men out here. No, it's not there's plenty of good men. It's just that the good men don't want you, or you don't know how to get the good men. That's what I'm saying. The same thing with dudes. Dudes will say, oh, these chicks out here, they want certain things. They only want guys with... No. There's a lot of chicks out here, but you just not getting them. You don't know how to get them. This is why I tell dudes they got to learn game. You see what I'm saying? Because you're saying, well, why am I at 8 and my inbox is dry? You feel what I'm saying? Maybe you think you're at 8 because you look a certain way, but you ain't at 8 though. You feel what I'm saying? Because
I hear you. I mean, but what I'm saying is that that's how the dynamics is set up.
But it's not set up that way.
Like that.
No. It's not set up that way. It's like a person saying, "Well, I'm poor and I can't get a job because it's set up that way." No, this society is set up to where you could thrive. You just got to be the one to do it. That's what I'm saying. These dudes got to be the one to do it. That's all I'm saying. So I don't want cats to start thinking.
I heard you said you got to switch up. So we speak. I'll catch you on a rebound.
All right, man. I'm holler.
All right, bless up.
All right, peace. Man, I'm telling you, dudes be trying to come up with mad excuses. You know what I'm saying? As to why they ain't fucking with... I'm telling you, dudes be talking about the game is changed. Nah, bro. No. Yo, what's poppin'? Who this?
Yo, it's Jay out of Brooklyn. What's up, Locario?
Chillin'. What's going on?
I'm good, man. Yo, I got a question for you, and it's I don't want you to know I'm trolling or anything, but I honestly want your opinion on this, right? So check it out. Like, if you're a guy that's out here like meeting new women, you know, and smashing like new different chicks, what's the protocol on going down on these chicks? So like, you feel me? Like, like when you meet these new chicks and you smash them, whatever, like even you personally, like if you like, I don't know if you want to like put your personal like business out there, but like when you meet these chicks out here and you know and you smash them, whatever, like what's the protocol on that? Like, do you like? Is it cool to go down on these random chicks you just meeting, or?
I mean, like, you know, that really depends on the dude, because some dudes, you know, they like to do that. You feel what I'm saying? So they're gonna do what they're gonna do. It just depends on the person, because that's like, see, it depends on if the person likes doing it. It depends on how safe the person feels doing that shit. You know, it depends on, you know what I mean? It depends on a lot of those different things. So there's no like set thing. It just depends on you. You feel what I'm saying? It depends on you, and it depends on, you know, if you want to do that with the chick. You know what I'm saying? It's like, there's no like right or wrong answer to it. It's just you do it, and you live with what that means to do it. Because you might end up going down on a chick and catching something. You might end up going down on a chick and not, and it'll be great. So it all depends on what you're trying to do. You see what I'm saying? Some people may be in a situation where they might want to be with someone, they get tested, and they find out, okay, everything's cool, and we do it. But, you know, it all depends on the person.
Yeah, I feel you. Like, you know, like, I've listened to you talk about, like, women's, like, sexual nature, and, like, how, like, when you dating a woman casually, she out here smashing other dudes. And I'm cool with that. You know, I'm fine with that. But my thing is, if I know that's happening, I don't want to be the dude to have my face down there. You feel me, man? Like,
well, then you can never eat pussy ever again in your life, bro. That's all I'm gonna tell you. You can, unless you have to literally find a virgin. If you can't find a virgin, you can never eat pussy again in your life. That's all I'm saying. Because, you know, dick is hitting that pussy. That's all you gotta. You know, as long as she washing up and shit before your lips hit it. You know, that's all you could really, because see, this is the part of the game that guys don't like to think about and talk about. You understand?
Yeah.
Women are out here doing their thing. You understand? Sometimes multiple times in a day. You understand? Because look, I got a book called How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day. Women be out here fucking 2-3 guys in a day. Some of y'all don't know that. You understand what I'm saying? You might go to a chick's house at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, you hit it, she got another dude coming at 7. You feel what I'm saying? Or you might be the second dude. You might be the guy that's coming at 7. You feel what I'm saying?
So. I feel you, man. Like, you know, I'm also like a member of your Patreon with you and Mom. Right? And I was listening to a story that Mom was saying the other day where, like, some chick he was messing with, like, had something going on with, like, her baby father or whatever. And, like, something that he mentioned, like, specifically was that, like, he didn't really care because, like, he was just sitting there and, like, he didn't eat her out, nothing. Like, he specifically, like, mentioned that.
Right.
So I'm like, it made me think. I'm like, like, should I be going down with these chicks I'm just meeting? Like, out here? Like,
I'm telling you, that's something, you got to spend some time with yourself and think about it. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's your thing. You know what I mean?
I got one more question. I don't mean to put you on the spot. You don't have to answer.
Right.
You go outside, like, you meeting chicks all the time. You smashing a lot. Like, do you have, like, a certain protocol you follow, like, when it comes to that? Or do you just kind of play it by ear?
When it comes to, like, going down on chicks?
Yeah, or do you just play it by ear?
Nah, it's you know, it's certain things that got to be in place that, you know, that I won't necessarily say. I'll probably do a whole Patreon on this that I do. But yeah, there's certain things that I do with it. But generally, you know, I'm not out here, you know, slinging tongue all day like that. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I mean? Like, that ain't it. You know what I mean? So, you know.
Yeah. All right, man. All right, man. I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, man.
All right, bro.
All right, Mala. Peace.
Yeah.
Man. Y'all funny out here. So we got 229 people watching. Make sure you guys get those likes up. K-Zagging 20 in the building. What's going on, bro? Yo, what's popping? Who's this?
Hey, Mr. Locario.
What's going on?
Hey, it's Ross from Southern California.
What up, bro?
So, yeah, you know, I remember you saying how, like, before that, you know, meeting girls in social circle, you know, tends to be easier like meeting girls to like cold approach. I've been having trouble getting that to work lately. Some girls they say they're taken, or someone just aren't interested, or I went on a few dates with them and it didn't work out. Yeah, I don't know. Is it that maybe there aren't as many available Suburban cold approach, or?
Well, the thing is this: if you in social circle, right? It's a lot of times it's gonna be limited because it's just your circle of people you know. You feel what I'm saying? When it comes to approaching chicks, cold approach, you got more chicks to choose from. But at the end of the day, it really matters what you're doing in the situation. So it's not saying that getting a girl from social circle is easier. It's just meeting a girl is easier. It doesn't mean getting her is easier. That's the distinction I want you to understand. So what it means is you still have to have the skill and the know-how to attract these chicks. You understand, to the point where they actually want to make stuff happen. You see what I mean? So that's also part of it, because you're saying you said some of them wasn't interested, some of them you went out with, but nothing happened. It's still you needing to be able to know how to create those situations for shit to happen, and also finding women who actually want to make stuff happen with you. Because remember, even though it's easier to meet women in social circle, you still have more limited options in social circle. You see what I'm saying? Versus cold approaching. Cold approaching options are unlimited. Social circle, your options are always limited. So now you're limited to those girls, and then those girls have to actually like you and be interested. And if they're not, then it's pretty much, it's a wrap for that social circle. You feel what I'm saying? And then you got to find another social circle, or, you just got to go out there and cold approach. But it's really about what's happening once you get the girl. And that's more probably the issue than actually where you're meeting the girl. So you meet chicks anywhere. You can meet chicks through social circle, cold approaching, a chick choosing you, whatever. But what matters is what you do once you get them. You see what I'm saying?
I see. So it is more limited generally in social circle than it is actually in cold approach.
Right,
but
exactly.
It's also skills involved.
Right, because once you get them, you still got to know how to do it.
That's involved too, to getting them compared to getting into like cold approach.
Say it again.
Is there a different kind of skill that's involved in getting girls social circle than it is to getting girls to like cold approach or online dating?
Well, yeah, there's a different skill to get chicks through cold approach versus social circle, because in social circle you have people vouching for you. You understand? In cold approach, this is a stranger. Like, she don't know you from nowhere. So, of course, there's going to be different skills in a situation. But also, beyond that, there's also a skill to keep the woman interested. And that's what guys got to understand, is that, yeah, you could get a girl's number from your social circle. You could get a girl's number from cold approach. But now, do you have the skill to actually get that going to another level? Do you have the skill to make that happen on a consistent basis with different women? You feel what I'm saying?
So it's not necessarily easier to keep a girl interested or go on a date with a girl through social circle than it is to like online dating or cold approaching. It's just
right, because
it's easier to get the number.
Right, so all of it.
That's all.
Right, because all of it is still like it will be easier to meet the girl in social circle than online or cold approach. But what I'm saying is, once you meet the girl, let's say you met a girl through cold approach, you met a girl through social circle, you met a girl through online dating. Now, after you met all three of these girls. Let's say you're on a first date with all three of these girls. Now, this is where the work comes in to keep it going. Are you able to have sex with this girl that night? Are you able to go on a second date with this girl? Are you able to, keep hooking up with that girl? That's the part that you would need to work on. It's not necessarily just where you meet them. It's how you maintain the situation after you meet them. That's the most important thing after that. You see what I'm saying? Because meeting them is, you can meet them wherever. But what I'm saying is, once you got her there, how do you keep her there and how do you keep it going? That's the point.
I see. So no matter where you meet them, how you maintain them, it's all going to be
right
as equally as difficult.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
So it's just as hard to get sex from a girl in social circle than it would be, cold approach or online.
You saying, is it hard to do what?
You say it, so basically it's just as hard to get sex from a girl from cold approach as it would be from online dating or cold.
Right.
Approach,
I mean, I don't like to use the word hard, but I'm just saying, yeah, it's still going to require the same amount of skill. Do you see what I'm saying?
I see.
That's what it is. That's what I'm saying. You feel me?
So it's just a matter of me just practicing my game and just keep learning the game.
Right,
like,
exactly. That's what I'm saying. You have to be able to because this is the thing. This is what a lot of guys mess up on. Each thing you do requires skill. So you see a girl, you approach her and talk to her. That requires skill. Then once you talk to her, you close in the deal, getting her number, exchanging information. That's skill. Now you got to set up the date and set up the time to hook up. That requires skill. Every step you take is more to skill that you got to do to maintain those situations. You see what I'm saying? So it's still things you need to be able to do throughout the whole situation. That's what I'm saying. You see what I mean? So it's not about just, where's the easiest way to meet the girl? It's, okay, I met the girl, now how do I keep her? That's what it is. You feel what I'm saying? And that's the part you got to learn. Because it sounds like you don't have an issue meeting women. You might have an issue keeping it going. So you have to work on that part. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Right.
Yeah, just sometimes it gets frustrating because it looks like some guys, they never had to go through that much rejection. You can get some like cute or hot girls in the social circle.
Mm-hmm.
But I've had to go through so many rejections.
Mm-hmm.
Even through social circle or through online dating, cold approach, and it just kind of makes me think there's something wrong with me.
Nah, well, see, the problem is don't compare yourself to other dudes. You feel what I'm saying? Don't worry about other guys. Only worry about yourself. That's it. That's all you got. Because when you keep comparing yourself to other guys, what you start doing is you say, "Damn, well they didn't have to fucking do this, so why I got it?" You got it. You thinking about that, and also those other guys are also having situations where they're having trouble, but you're just not seeing that. You might see a guy with a cute girl and be like, "Damn, how he got that cute girl? He probably had to talk to 130 girls." You feel what I'm saying? To get that cute girl. You see what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. They still have to put in that work. You see what I mean? Or sometimes you may see a guy get a girl easily. He just got her straight off of attraction. She was just attracted to him. But and also there might be, and this is the problem. Guys will have women who are attracted to them like that, but because she's not a 10 or a super hot chick, you won't fuck with her. There's some girls that will fuck with you off the bat. It's your choice whether or not you want to fuck with her or not. But you might be like, oh well, she's only looks like she's a 6, so I don't want to. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to, figure out who's attracted to you, and that's going to be the easier ones to get. But also, if you have the situations where it's not the easier ones to get, you got to figure out what type of work I got to put in to get those other chicks. You see what I mean?
So even guys who got the best girls, social circle, they also put in a lot of work. They also went through a lot of rejection too.
Well, yes, that's what I'm saying. Because you got to understand this is a lot of times what'll make the girl want to stay is the fact that the guy has skill to know how to make her stay. That's the part that's the part you're missing. Is that it's not, she's just not there just because. She's there because he knows how to keep her. And he knows how to keep her because he kept working on his game. You feel what I'm saying? That's the thing. A chick's just not staying there just to stay. He is something about him where he knows how to interact with her to get her to want to stay and want to keep fucking with him. You see what I'm saying? So that's what it is. All right?
I see.
All right, man. So, if you want more, hit me up on the consultations, man. All right. So we get deeper into it. You feel me?
All right. Well, thanks a lot, Mr. Locario. I appreciate that.
I'm holla. Peace. All right. Let me see. Hold on. Yeah, what's going on?
Yo, what's up, Mr. Locario, man? I love your stuff.
Oh, that's what's up. Appreciate it.
Hey, I got a question for you, man. How do I stop tricking, man? How do I stop, I have a tendency to want to, use my wallet when I just feel like I can't, it's like, it's starting off slow, or I think I might, slip out of the situation. How do I, not rely on my financial situation to improve, because I would like to. It's been a while since I had a regular relationship,
Mm-hmm.
and what I've noticed is that I would say I'm about a 7, but I have a tendency to overreach, and I do that intentionally because I'm willing to be rejected a lot more often to get a really beautiful woman. But I feel like the confidence to hang on to a beautiful woman, I have a tendency to, want to give her a little bit of money for a phone bill or get her hair done here and there. And, that's basically where I'm at with it, bro.
Damn, bro. Damn. So yeah. Now, well, look, man. It's real simple, man. You just gotta stop doing it, bro. And then if you want those caliber of women, you're gonna have to start talking to them. You understand? And start, because look, those same women, are you smashing these chicks?
Hell yeah! I mean, I'm smashing. I mean, my thing about it is that, like, I'm only gonna give you something if I smash. You know what I mean? That's just what that's the only way I'm gonna give them something.
So wait, so you give them so you give them some after you smash or before you smash?
Always after. Okay, so here's the thing. When I first start, it's before, and then what happens is they come back, because that's what women do. They'll come back for more money, and I'll be like, okay, so you know what you got to do for it, right?
Okay, so you say okay, so you saying you give them the money first, or you do something for them first, and then they come through, and you be like, all right, you're gonna have to give me this pussy.
Right, I get them dependent. So I would get the woman dependent on, like, oh wow, he's generous, like, and then no, I ain't really generous. I'd just be like, I got you, but I want to change the dynamics, man, because I really do want a woman to be like really into me and not just be like, oh.
So have you ever smashed a chick that you thought was bad without giving her shit?
That I thought was nah, man, not that I thought was super bad. You gotta understand, man. It's like I'm aiming real high, Mr. Locario. I'm not even playing with you. I'm aiming real high. Like I'm a straight 7, 8. I don't, I take care of myself, but I'm not like a flashy dresser or whatnot. So a girl on that level that I'm aiming at, and I wish I had some kind of idea to give you.
Right.
But think IG, type chick. You know what I mean? Gets a lot of likes, got a lot of comments, shit like that. I don't know. I have never hit a woman like that. Without getting her financially dependent on me somehow. Right.
Well, see, the thing is that you're gonna have to. It's really simple, man. You're gonna have to just step up that mouthpiece, bro. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
That's all it is.
No,
but it's gonna take you time, because right now you don't have that yet at all. Which is why, and you're relying on the paper. So, these women are really just fucking with you because of the paper. So what happens is when guys trick, what'll happen is that the woman, she'll give you the pussy, but it's really her doing it as a form of exchange. Just, you know what I'm saying? Like she's like, okay, well, this nigga gonna give me this, I'll just fuck him because I guess I have to now. So what's happening is you're just getting that pussy in exchange, but she don't necessarily want to fuck you. So the thing is, you want to have girls who want to fuck you. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And so what I'm saying is that you have to get in a situation where when you're talking to girls, you're flirting and building sexual tension to actually turn them on sexually. You understand? Because right now you're having sex, but she's not really fucking you like how she fucks the guy she wants to have sex with. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And so you want to become the guy she wants to actually have sex with. You see what I mean? And so in order to do that, you got to work on your mouthpiece. You got to work on your confidence. And you have to, and it, like Miles was saying earlier today, is like, it's nothing that's going to happen overnight because you're so used to how you're doing it now. But it's something where you got to be able to practice that so you get to that level where the woman sees you as that sexually attractive guy. Because the same women that you're paying for or buying them shit, they have dudes they're having sex with right now who don't give them nothing. You understand what I'm saying? Gives them zero. You feel what I mean? Matter of fact, those chicks end up giving those guys stuff, buying them fucking presents and all that other shit. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. You want to be the guy on that side, but the guys on that side only become the guys on that side when the women see them as sexually attractive. This is what gets guys confused, because guys say, well, women just want money. No, they'll take your money and they will fuck you as payment. That's all it is. But they're not sexually attracted to you. You see what I'm saying? And so that's what I'm saying. And also the sex is going to be better once a woman's sexually attracted to you. You see what I'm saying? That's the thing.
Absolutely. And one last question, Mr. Excuse me. One last question, Mr. Locario. When it comes to that, what you're saying, being the guy who's just getting it for free, do I have to go and date women on my level? Like because I notice I can make that happen when it's women on my level.
But wait, hold on, wait, stop. So what makes a woman on your level? Or what makes a woman above your level?
I just feel like a woman is on my level is someone who I feel like she doesn't get as many likes. She gets guys, she attracts men, but she maybe not, like, she doesn't have like hundreds of men getting on her every day.
Wait, so hold on. So let me ask you a question. What do you do it for a living?
I'm in IT.
Okay, and you make good money.
Yes, definitely.
Right.
I'm at 6 figures.
Right, and you consider, and you at 6 figures, right?
Yes.
Right, and you consider yourself a good dude, you know what I'm saying, got a good head on your shoulders, all that other shit, right?
Absolutely.
Right, so don't ever in your life think some chick is above your level because she get likes on Instagram. You feel what I'm saying? Like, ever. And this is what I'm saying, you got to work on that confidence, because you should already come at a chick understanding that the value you bring is exponentially fucking on some other level than what she's doing. You see what I'm saying? So that's the type of energy you gotta have. You gotta have the energy of, yo, I'm bringing something to your life. You understand? You're gonna benefit by fucking with me. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not paying, because right now what you're doing, and this is why I don't agree with tricking, is that what tricking does is that it's saying that the woman is above you. You see what I mean?
Right.
That's what it is. And this is why you're saying, well, this woman, she's kind of on, she's not, you know, the woman that's on my level look like this, or the woman that's, because right now you're just saying, well, because the girl is bad and she's hot, she's above your level. And that's not true. You see what I'm saying? So what it is that when it comes to game, you gotta be able to be in a situation with a woman, understand that she's benefiting from fucking with you. So she's the one, you feel what I'm saying, that has to be thinking about, damn, this guy is above my level. You see what I'm saying? She should be thinking about that, not you. You see what I mean? But that comes with learning the game. Wait, let me ask you, are you on the Bad Boy membership?
No, I literally just found you a week ago, but I'm definitely thinking about
you gotta get on the Bad Boy membership, bro. You can afford it, bro. Stop giving these, stop letting these chicks, stop paying these chicks phone bills. You feel what I'm saying? And get that knowledge. I'm telling you.
Looking to come up off that.
Yeah, I'm telling you, you got to look
that character up, man.
Right, I'm telling you, hit up the Bad Boy membership. Check out the programs, because I'm telling you, all you need to do is really learn. Because what I'm teaching is learning how to be a guy women find sexually attractive. Because you have to understand something. All these women, they want to have sex with a man, but they want to have sex with a man who they're sexually attracted to. And you want to become that guy, because when you become that guy, the shit becomes easier. You understand what I'm saying? Because the thing is, when you step your shit up, it's gonna be to the point where you'll probably have so many women that is bad that want to fuck with you just on some sex shit, because they are that sexually attracted to you. So you're gonna be looking like, damn, I was actually spending money on these chicks when they just want to throw it at me for free. But in order to get it to that level. You have to, your game has to be stepped up from within. This is why I say the truth is inside. You have to have that confidence. And then from that, whatever your thoughts are, the mind and body is going to follow. So then you'll start, talking a little different. There's going to be more pep in your step because of that confidence. This is what I talk about in my book, How to Have Sex 2 Women a Day. The first chapter in here is titled Becoming the Man. And it's all about your mindset. Because right now, when you just said, well, you know, there's certain chicks that's kind of on my level, and then other ones that are above it, or not, you know what I'm saying? And I knew you were just talking about the fact that they look good. You see what I'm saying? And them looking good ain't shit. You feel what I mean? That's what you gotta understand. A chick looking good ain't shit. You see what I mean? Because there's a lot of chicks who look good. So it's like that's nothing. You see what I mean? And so what happens is, and this is what makes, and this is one thing I'll give you that'll make you sexually attracted to a woman, is that when you're dealing with a woman who's that bad, and you know other dudes is sucking her butt and kissing her ass and all this other shit and buying her shit and tricking and all that other stuff, when you understand that, what you have to understand is what that woman is missing is a real man. And so you come in being that real man. That's what makes you sexually, because you're coming in like, I don't give a fuck about what these other motherfuckers is doing. I'm not gonna sit here. I'm not afraid to lose you. Like, you could go. You feel what I'm saying? Like, be good. You feel what I mean? Like, you gotta have that energy, and that's what attracts her to you, because now you separate yourself from all the other dudes who are gonna be sweating her. See, a lot of guys online, they try to like fucking manufacture this, where they'll say shit like, don't validate a girl and pretend you don't like her and all that other dumb shit. But it's not about pretending. It's about you actually being that guy. So when you do interact with a woman, you require more from her, so that therefore she's like, wait a second, does he even like me? Because I'm not too sure. And the reason why she's thinking that is because you require more from her. You understand? It's natural for you to require more from her, because you're saying, yo, I'm a top-notch dude. I don't fuck with trash. So I'm talking to you to make sure you're not trash. You see what I'm saying? So I don't give a fuck that you got a fat ass. That's cool, but are you not trash? That's what I want to know. That's why I'm fucking talking to you right now. And so when she sees that, she's like, damn, this guy has standards. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's something that'll make her more attracted to you just in general, because you're not the type of guy that's willing to do anything for her, give her whatever. You see what I'm saying? And that's the type of energy you got to be on. You see what I mean?
Thank you, man. I really appreciate those words. Thank you. I saw
man.
somebody in the chat room calling me a simp. Hey, man.
Nah,
Whoever
listen.
said that your mom's a bitch, man.
Nah, don't even look.
Thank you, Mr.
Look,
Locario.
yeah, don't even get into it. All you got to do is focus on you and get what you want to do to make happen. But yeah, definitely check out that membership, bro. You feel what I'm saying?
Thank you, sir.
All
Appreciate
right, man.
you.
I'm holla. Peace.
All right.
Y'all dudes out here crazy out here, man. Yo, what's poppin'? Who this?
K-Zagging, bro.
Oh shit, my nigga. What's going on, bro?
Hello, man. So for the young brother that just got off the phone, dudes really need to stop using validation from women as a way to gauge their own self-worth and value.
Exactly. Facts.
I don't understand that shit. Mm-hmm. And what he has to understand, for you as a man to get the best out of women, okay, you have to show her that she has to earn, okay? She has to earn your time.
Right.
Okay? He's talking about he giving chicks, gifts and money and all that. What you're showing the bitch is that you're trying to earn her time.
Exactly.
Okay? That shit don't work. And that's why, and let me say this too, because he said earlier that he was wanting women to really, really like him and all that. A lot of dudes are out here feeling inadequate as men because they don't have women falling all over them and falling all over them and shit. And I just want to caution you dudes, okay? If you do get a chick that's on your dick, what kind of chick is she though? You know what I'm saying? So instead of worrying about, man, I just want a chick to fall in love with me. I want to chase me into me. Okay, but what type of bitch is she?
Right. Facts.
So I don't know, man. These dudes just need, and you've been doing this shit long enough. You talk about vetting all the time, and it's like, dudes ain't listening. Like,
right.
And you mentioned earlier about a chick having a fat ass. My thing is this. Okay, that visual beauty, that shit is cool. But what you working with internally? What kind of attributes do you have? What's your character?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Like that. Like I saw you did a video the other day where you was talking about chicks' credit score. Like, what's your credit score? You feel?
Right.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead, bro.
Nah, I feel you. I agree with that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Well, these dudes, they want to be in a relationship, but all they're thinking about is how the woman looks. They're thinking about, how does she look on my arm? She a bad bitch. I'm going to walk into this place, and niggas going to be jocking her. And they think that as a man, that makes them feel good. Like that uplifts their spirit or their self-esteem to have a bad bitch on their arm that dude is jocking.
Right.
And they're like, but she's a worthless bitch, though. You know what I'm saying? She don't bring nothing to the table. The bitch got bad credit. You know what I'm saying? She don't cook. She don't do shit, but just because she look good, you want that validation from these men that you don't fucking know
The bitch don't give a fuck about you. The nigga don't give a fuck about you, and you don't give a fuck about yourself, and that's why you fucked up in the game.
Right. Facts. I had to drop this chick that I was fucking with because she was bad. Like she looked like good, all that other shit. But because it was like she wouldn't do nothing for me. You feel what I'm saying? I was like, yo, you ain't doing shit though, so I'm good on you. You feel what I'm saying? Like she just thought sitting there being pretty was enough. I'm like, no, that's not. I can't rock with you. I can't rock with you like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, that shit's goofy.
Yeah, that shit don't work. My bad, I ain't even cut you off, bro.
No, that's what I'm saying. That shit is goofy, but dudes gotta understand that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I was gonna say, when you 18, when you young, I can see you having that immature mindset. But me, I'm the type of dude. If a bitch don't treat me right, I cannot fuck her. My dick won't get hard for a bitch that don't treat me right.
Bruh, oh man, I thought I was the only one. I can't even. It can't even happen.
Bro, it's kind of like this. It's like if I'm in a spot, right, and I see this chick. And I got my eye on, let's say a dude approaches her, and she tells him, like, oh, look at you, look at me, I would never fuck with you. That right there would turn me off, like, I don't even want to fuck the bitch.
Right,
even
exactly.
Her attitude is stank. So I don't give a fuck how she look. But these dudes be playing themselves, but she look good, though. You know, it's okay if she disrespects me every now and then. That's cool. It's worth it. It's like, no, bro. Have some pride, man.
It's crazy. It's crazy out here, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, all of this shit would be easier for dudes if they really valued themselves. It's because as soon as you value yourself, the whole game changes for you, man. Because it's like this. It's like if you know, when you go to your grandma's house and she got those china plates in the fucking cupboard and shit, and you can't, or they got, you know, like a lot of, like, you go to like your family's house and they got that living room that nobody go in. It's just like nice and clean, you know, with the plastic on the fucking seat, the couch and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like they respect that. They're like, yo, if you go in here, take your shoes off. You feel what I'm saying? So it's the same thing when you're dealing with women. You fucking with me, you got to do this, you got to do that. Take your fucking shoes off before you fuck with me. That's the type of energy you got to have.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
You said it.
It's the same
Show me the
thing.
utmost respect and we done.
Right. Exactly.
Period.
Exactly.
And show me the utmost respect all the time. Not
exactly.
sometimes.
Right.
All of the time.
Exactly. Facts. That's some real shit, man.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and let somebody else get on the line, man.
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate the call, man, dude. All right. Peace. It's my dude, K Zaggin 20. Make sure you guys subscribe to K Zaggin 20. K Zaggin 20 is on point all day. But yeah, man, that's what it is, man. You gotta, if you value yourself, all of that shit will fall into place. Yo, what's going on? Who's this?
Yo, what's up, Locario?
What's going on?
It's Nathan Wong.
All right, what's good, bro?
Not much, man. How are you?
I'm chilling. Let's go with you.
Not much. I wanted to say something to the last caller who paid for a woman's vagina.
Right.
Bro, and it's not like that's like wrong to pay for pussy, right? But
Say
here's
it again?
the thing. Like, it's not that like wrong to pay for pussy, right?
Well, I mean, I don't agree with it, but you know, dudes can do what they want. But go ahead.
Yeah, like it's not wrong and it's not right either. And I'm neutral about it, but like I would never do it.
Right.
But if you want to pay a phone bill for a woman, right? You can't just be that way with a woman. You have to be that way with women. You have to be that way with men. You have to treat everybody equal, right?
Right.
So there's this speech that I stumbled upon when I was about like 15 or 18 learning game, right? And the speech's title was, "When a man loves a woman, he is loved by women," right?
Right.
And basically he was saying how if you want to buy a drink for like that hot 10 you see at a bar, you need to buy that drink for that old man you see sitting across the bar. And if you don't do that, then you have failed with women. And not only that, you have failed at being a human being. And ever since I learned that when I was 18, that just stuck with me. And it's really not worth it putting money towards women when you can put it towards like other shit. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the thing is this. The thing also is that, you know, what it is too is that, let's say if you were that type of person who just does things because that's what he does. Like if you was like, yo, I just like paying motherfuckers' phone bills, that's what I do, then it wouldn't matter. You feel what I'm saying? But the fact that he's doing that because it's the girl, that means he's putting her on a pedestal, making her special. You know what I mean? And that fucking fucks with his game overall. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it's really sad, man. I mean, you can put it towards learning game. You can put it towards putting, Locario's membership. Just don't put it towards women, man. And we've all had the hardships in life. We've all had shit we go through. It's just a matter of how you respond and how you deal with it. You guys want to sing, Locario?
Right. Nah, that's real talk. Because the thing is this, learning game saves you money. You feel what I'm saying? Because the thing is, I had somebody tell me, oh, why do I gotta learn this game? I could just pay for pussy. But I'm like, yeah, you could keep paying every time you want to fuck, or you could learn how to get women to want to fuck you, and you never have to pay them again. You see what I'm saying? You save all that money that you was going to spend fucking. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Not only that, you can put it towards better things.
Right.
Even like giving it to homeless people.
Right.
Or just investing in your health. Just not a woman.
Right. I feel you, man. But yo, appreciate the call, my brother. All right?
Yeah, man.
All right, man.
Shout out to Kate Zagan, man. Appreciated the last call.
That's what's up. Appreciate you, man.
Keep up the good work.
Oh, my bad. I just cut him off real quick by accident. But yeah, appreciate you, bro. My dude Nathan Wong in the building. So caller number 646-481-3901. Yo, what's going on? Who's this?
Yo, what's good, man?
What's poppin'? Who this?
Yo, what's good? It's Arcade, yo.
What's going on, bro? What you been? Wait, hold on. Is this GS Arcade?
Yeah, that's me, bro.
This the dude that I be using as instrumentals on my videos. So all you guys that heard all the dope instrumentals, this the guy right here. Shout out all your stuff so people could find your stuff, man. So where they could get your beats.
Oh yeah, a lot of the times on Mr. Locario's videos, just clicking the link in the description. You know what I mean? He has the link to my Spotify channel. You could go on Spotify, just type in the letter GS, and then type in Arcade, ARCADE, and you know what I mean, just vibe out to the beats.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So what's good with you?
Oh yeah, man. I just had this question because I was like hunting on Halloween. You know what I mean, which was last week and shit.
Right.
You know, I was bagging chicks left and right or whatever, handing out my numbers, getting their numbers and stuff like that. So I met up with this one chick, like cold approach, that she was by herself. She was leaving the club, and basically it was like, you was out Halloween?
Yeah, I was out on Halloween. Yeah.
Yeah, so you know it was raining and it was cold and shit like that. Me and this chick ended up going to a club. You know, we was making out in the club, we was dancing or whatever. You know, what I mean, she was a tourist or whatever. And the thing was, the end of the night, we was closing out because I had to go to work at 8:30 in the morning. She had to go to work at 9. So I took her back to our hotel. You know what I mean? I gave her my number, which I think was stupid, but I like giving out my number. And she said she was going to hit me up. Now, mind you, I wasn't really focused on that because I had other chicks. You know what I mean? I'm supposed to meet up with a chick next week, actually, from Halloween that I met. But the thing is, about me, is with this situation, I noticed that I be meeting these girls on cold approaches, like random, and then it's like we go out on an instant date, either whether it's a club or a bar, and then, you know what I mean, we get flirty and, you know what I mean, start making out and stuff like that, but it's like I never get to go back to their hotel or their room. And, you know, I always give them the number, and then it's like they never really hit me back. And it's like it's not like they ain't having fun and shit, because, you know what I mean, they having fun, and I show them around the city a lot of the times, but it's like I never get them to hit me back. And I noticed with this last chick on Halloween, it's a repeated thing. It's a consistent thing with me. So what do you think I'm doing wrong?
So what happened when you went back to the hotel? Y'all didn't do nothing? Like you ain't
No. She had a roommate, so I just walked into the hotel, like in front of the hotel. She said she's moving, you know, to actual apartment. I think it was this week or next week or whatever. But she said she's gonna hit me up when she do that. But my thing is that I've noticed with me is I could go out right now. I meet a chick in the city. We hit up a bar, and then, you know know what I mean? I when I take them back to their hotel, it's like they don't want me to come up. Or I could meet a chick that lives here off Cold Approach, and they don't want me to come back to their apartment. But it's like on the front end, it's like we having a good time because they laughing, whatever. We flirting back and forth, but it's like they don't want me to actually do something. And it's when I give them, I'm like, whatever. I play it off like whatever. It don't matter. I give them my number. I tell them to hit me up. It's like it goes as far as texting, and then it's like it fizzles out. I never really see them again.
Well, the thing is, this is one. You probably gotta figure out the logistics better. Meaning, like, because like that last girl, you said she had a roommate chick in her spot, right, in the hotel, right?
Yes.
Right.
And the one before, I had a similar situation where I met this Asian chick right in front of our hotel, and this was on 42nd Street, and you know what I mean. She was like she was over here on business. She had a roommate, but he was in another hotel, and she had the crib to herself. She had the apartment complex to herself in the hotel. But so you know, I talked to her. I took her around the city. We hit up a bar. You know what I mean? We had food, drinks, and we started making out or whatever. But when I took her back to the hotel, it was like she never wanted me to come upstairs.
Right. Well, it's the thing, because sometimes what it is that, it's definitely logistics type of shit. Because, so when you meet these girls, what you want to do is you got to find out some information. So, like, it's good, because I already know that you get down, because I saw you sent me, like, some video of you approaching girls at one time, I think, like a while ago, or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I know you gets down heavy. So what it would be is, you would need to figure out the logistics beforehand. So, like, let's say, for example, that girl you met at Halloween, you know, while you're talking to her, be like, yo, you know, or y'all chilling, you be like, yo, where you staying at? You know, who's there with you? Are you there alone? Can you have company? Like, all of that shit should be talked about from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? What time? You ask her, what time is your curfew? How late can you stay out? All those things. So now if you hear her, she's like, oh, I'm staying with a friend, you know, and blah, you know, I can't really have nobody up there, blah, blah, blah. So now you say, okay, cool. Since you know that now, then you might have to say, okay, well, let's go over to this spot and get a hotel over here. So you might have to, you know, go half on a hotel with the chick. You feel what I'm saying? So all of a lot of it is really the logistics. Because I've been in them situations before where, same type of situation. I met this one chick. She was out of town, but she was actually staying at her friend's place in Midtown. But her friend is there, so we can't go there. So I was like, all right, cool. I know this spot, the Liberty Inn, which is on 14th and 10th. You could go there and make it happen. You feel what I'm saying? And so we made it happen there. And sometimes what'll happen is like you were saying with the second girl. I think you said that she had the spot to herself, but it was like her friend was staying at another spot. Sometimes the girl, even though she may have that spot open, she may feel weird bringing somebody back to her spot. You feel what I'm saying? So sometimes, and not all the times, sometimes it'll be cool. They'll be like, I could go there. But sometimes they may feel weird about it. So you got to have a place for you and her to go to. So that's what I'm saying. So you got to make sure the logistics are right, because, and part of making logistics right is you got to ask questions from jump so that you'll know what's good. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, you know, where you staying at, who you staying with, you know, how long you can stay out, all that shit got to be talked about. So then you can, in your mind, say, okay, cool. Well, because even for example, the way I did it was I met the chick, we was at some spot, I think like in Midtown. Right? So since she told me that she was staying with her friend, right? I said, yo, let's go to this other bar I know down on 14th Street, which is near the fucking hotel. So I say, yo, follow me here. And after that, we could go to this spot. You feel what I'm saying? To the hotel. So I'm like leading her to the hotel, to the spot where we can make it happen. Because I knew I wasn't going to be able to go upstairs or up to her, you know, where her roommate, her friend is at. So it's all about the logistics. So a lot of times when you meet these chicks, you gotta have that conversation to see what's the rundown of what could happen or can't happen in the situation. You see what I'm saying?
Well, I'll break it down like this. You know what I mean? It was kind of I'll only give you like the front end of a few details of the thing. The thing was, when I met her in front of the club, or not in front of the club. She was coming from the club.
Right.
Or this was around 14th.
Mm.
And, you know what I mean, I stopped her like you see I do in the videos. I still do that. I stop them in their tracks or whatever. And, you know what I mean, I get to know them a little. And she was walking by herself, and I was like, you know what I mean, you didn't party out, you didn't come out with a friend? She was like, nah. And she said she had to leave the club because a few guys that she met up in there, they started to get a little touchy-feely. And, you know what I mean, I didn't want to be one of those touchy-feely guys because she already laying out the her standards of what she likes. Even though when I got her to the club, you know what I mean, me and her started grinding, and, you know what I mean, she let me get touchy-feely. But like I said, on Halloween, you know, it was raining a lot, and it was windy as fuck outside. So it was like when we went to her hotel, I don't think I could have pulled it off, like, yo, let's go to another hotel or whatever at 4 in the morning when, you know what I mean, we both got to get up at like 7 to get to work at 8.
Right.
My thing is, like I asked, is how do I get, all right, in these situations, is it cool to meet up with these women again? Or is it one of those one-night stand type of things? They're just in the moment.
Right. Well, the thing is, you could meet them again, but the chances are cut in half. You feel what I'm saying? Because a lot of times it's all in the moment. So what time did you meet that girl on Halloween?
Her at 3:30, around 3.
3:30 in the morning?
Yeah, 3:30 in the morning.
Okay, so damn, so you were that man. So you definitely would have to move fast. So what I'm saying is, a lot of times what'll happen is, you gotta, that should be like the first conversation, really. Like, what you up to right now, what time you gotta be back wherever you gotta be back, what time you gotta get up. Like, you gotta know that shit from the first like 5-10 minutes. And then and then once you know that, then you say, okay, it's 3:30 now, it's 3:45 now. Yo, we should go, you know what I'm saying? Like, listen, like, let's go this way. You feel what I mean? Because I already know you got to get up at 9. I already know you got somebody that you in a hotel with too, so we can't go there. So let's go this direction to the other spot. You see what I'm saying? So, but that's something you can do quickly because you're asking the questions up front now versus, because what a lot of guys would do sort of is that they'll sort of go along with the situation, just kind of like let it, like, meander and shit, and it's like there's really no direction. So then the girl doesn't really follow your direction in order to make something happen. You see what I mean? And so that's the thing. So now it becomes going on 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning, and now it's like, damn, it's already damn near 6. I gotta go to sleep and get up. You know what I'm saying? In the morning. You know what I mean? And sometimes you might not have time to do it at that time because maybe it's getting late. We ain't got enough time to do it. So the last resort is, okay, give me a number, here's my number, let's hang out another time. So the number it should be the last resort, but you should always, in those situations, be trying to get it that night, because the fact that she's willing to sort of hang with you when you first start talking to her, that's where you could sort of orchestrate it. But in order to orchestrate it, you got to get the information. You see what I'm saying? That's the thing. That's the important part. It's just like sometimes I'll be on a train. Like if I'm on a train and I see a chick I want to talk to, one of the first things I say is, what stop are you getting off at? You feel what I'm saying? So that I know how much time I have to talk. You see what I mean? So if she's like, I'm getting off in 2 stops, then I got 2 stops worth of, you know what I'm saying? If she's getting off in 10 stops, then it's like, all right, cool. I could sort of like see, it's all about logistics. You see what I'm saying? It's like, what can I do, or what can I do with the time I have, with the information I got? You see what I'm saying? That's what it's about.
And this one last girl, she had an apartment in the city, and I met her off Call Approach too. And the thing was, I wanted to go back to her crib. You know what I mean? I was trying to push it as much as I can, but not, you know what I mean, not to the point where it's like forcible.
Right.
You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? I put her in a cab. She not pay for her or nothing like that. I called a cab for her or whatever. And the thing was, we exchanged numbers. But me and her, the conversation fizzled out because I told her that, you know what I mean, I wasn't looking for anything serious or whatever. And this was when I was like 26 and she was like 37, but she didn't look 37 at all. But the thing was, she had her own crib, and these 3 instances, it just popped in my mind, like, yo, I can meet these women off the cold approach. They usually have a place to stay. It's usually open, but it's like it fizzles out, or it doesn't execute for me. And I'm in the city, so going back to the Bronx where I stay, it's gonna be a little trip.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be tricky. So you gonna have to. That's what I'm saying. Like, see the part about that's tricky, because even with, for example, I'll tell you, for me personally, because I don't bring chicks back to my place, because I'm here with my wife, whatever. So we don't really bring people back to the spot. But what I do is either I go to the girl's house, or I go to a hotel. And so what I do is, again, like I said, it's still a numbers game too. You got to understand that. So you still gonna have to hit that numbers game up either way. But what you want to do is you want to be able to try to get the shit popping that night. You feel what I'm saying? And you got to get those logistics straight. That's really the main thing, is the logistics. So the first thing you talk about in the conversation, so let's say you roll up on a chick, hey, what's up, how you doing, how's your night going, my name is Arcade, what's good, blah blah blah, what you doing tonight, oh, this and this and that. And then once you start asking her what she's doing tonight, that's when you get into the logistics. Oh, word, you got to get up, what time you got to get up for work? Oh, I got to get over at 9 o'clock. Okay, cool, well, let's do this, or let's do that, let's hang out over here real quick, you know what I'm saying? So now you know how much time you got, how much, if shit can't, because sometimes shit may not be feasible. Shit may be like, oh, well, I can't do it tonight, and the last resort is, here's my number, let's do something, and then hopefully it'll work out, and sometimes it just don't. But it's just really, it's a logistics issue. The logistics is one of the most overlooked things in game, because what it is that can determine whether or not you're going to get it popping with a chick. You know what I'm saying? So you definitely got to understand the timing of it, and get all the information as quickly as possible from like within the first 5 minutes of the conversation. You should know everything that could or can't happen in the situation, because that's going to tell you what's your next move. So this times there's a spot on in a meatpacking called LeBain that I used to go to. It was a rooftop, and what I noticed in that spot, I would meet a lot of women who were from out of town. So I'll be like, yo, what you doing tonight, or what's going on? She's like, oh, I'm here from Australia. I'm leaving in the morning. And I'm like, oh, what time is your flight? She'd be like, oh, it's at 11:30. And I'm like, oh, cool. So and now at this point it's like 9:30, 10 o'clock. So now I'm like, okay, if I want to make something happen with her, I got this window of time to make it happen. And if it's not going to happen, then I'm going to just keep it moving. You see what I mean? But it's all logistics. You see what I'm saying?
All right, man. So if anything, I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna look for some spots out there, and whatever I see.
Yeah, check out the Liberty Inn, because the Liberty Inn is cheap. It's on 14th and 10th. That's a cheap ass hotel if you ever. And then you could just go half on that with the chick, or get the chick to pay the whole shit. I've done that too. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean?
All right, that's what it is. Oh, yo, can I shout out my website?
Yeah. Tell them the website so they get them beats.
Yeah, if y'all need beats, if you're an artist and stuff like that, or you need beats to vibe to, you can go to arcade-mcfly.com.
That's what's up.
ARCADE-mcfly.com. You know what I mean? You get some hip-hop beats or some of the tracks that you hear on Mr. Locario's shows.
That's what's up, man. Shout out to you, man. Appreciate the tracks, man. Them tracks is fire. So make sure you guys check out my dude Arcade, and I'm holler at you, man. All right.
Thank you, man. Peace.
All right, peace. Later. Yeah, man. The logistics is serious, bro. You gotta. The logistics is heavy. What up, Ash Rogers was popping, bro. Man, exactly. So you got the logistics is. I might have to do a whole program just on logistics. That shit is man, ain't nothing worse than being able to fuck a chick, but you can't fuck her because you ain't got nowhere to fuck her. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, yo, oh, that shit is the worst. And sometimes it's not even that you don't have a place to fuck her. You might have your own place to fuck her, but the timing is not good. You understand what I'm saying? You got to get the timing right. Yo, what's poppin'? Who this?
Hey,
You.
man, I was just hearing that last caller about the logistics, man. That shit is for real.
Yeah,
I
man.
I had something popping, man, and I didn't have my logistics down, and it fizzled out the next day. We supposed to try to get together the next day and change the mind. So logistics is definitely important.
Facts. That's real talk. So what's good? What's good with you though?
Oh man, everything's chilling, man. I ain't been hard in the game like I should be, but you know, I got 3 chicks I'm dealing with, so I'm kind of chilling at the moment.
All right.
Yeah, but I ain't got no real problems, man, like that. I just want to comment on that logistics, man. He is serious.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. We appreciate the call, my brother. All right.
All right, man.
All right. Peace. Later. Yeah, that's true. The logistics shit is real, man. That's the worst. When you know you could get some shit popping. So what time is it? I'm going to go 15 more minutes, and then I'm going to head up out of here. Man, so remember, guys, get the Submissive Women Are Sexy t-shirts. Click that link below. You feel me? Yo, what's popping? Who's this?
What's good, Mr. Locario? This is Spartan from Florida.
What's going on, bro?
Chilling. Hold on 1 second. I'm getting an echo.
You good? You good?
Yeah, can you hear me?
All right, okay, you good.
Okay, the echo went away. But, yeah, I just wanted to call up because I remember a few calls back, one of the dudes was talking about SMV. And I just wanted to kind of like, I guess me and you go at it a little bit on what you think about it, because in my opinion, you know, I've heard guys talk about it, you know, talk about raising their SMV, and you know, I agree, because I used to be a dude that was pretty big, like, you know, 350, 60 something pounds, and you know, I took care of myself, you know, and started taking better care of myself, losing weight, whatever, you know, but really, you know, yeah, I look better now and I feel better now, but it's the thing about it is, for us guys, when you lose all that weight and you start taking better care of yourself, you start dressing nice, that's good, but it's better for you. You know what I'm saying? And, but that don't mean that the way that women or you get women, the input is not going to change.
Right.
So if you were like 500, 600 pounds and you didn't have no game and you weren't going out there and actively applying the game, you're going to get the same results when you're the guy who looks like Shamar Moore.
Right. That's
the same thing.
See, that's what they don't get. That's the problem with a lot of dudes. They forget that, because they talk about their sexual market value. Part of what makes you sexually attractive, the other half is your behavior. You understand what I'm saying? It's the behavior, it's your game, it's your energy, all that shit. That's not just how you look. That's what dudes don't get. Now again, their looks is gonna play a part, because if you look a certain way, you're gonna attract someone because of they look at you and you're pleasing to the eye. They're like, oh, you're a good looking person, whatever it is. But once you start talking to the girl, once you start interacting with her and having that conversation and going back and forth, if she don't feel it, she don't feel it. You feel what I'm saying? And that's it. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of dudes, and I talked about this before, a lot of guys, because I was using the example of working out. A lot of guys will go to the gym to work out, and they'll constantly work out their body, but most guys don't work out their mind and their mindset. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like, dudes need to work out that mindset. They need to work out that game. You understand? They need to work out that mouthpiece. You understand? They need to work out that confidence. And that's the part that's holding them back. So they think, well, if I just dress better or look better, that's the end all be all. Nah, that can help you where a chick maybe, let's say a chick will check you out, but what happens if she checks you out and then let's say you go and approach her, but you don't know how to talk to women? Your confidence is low. You understand what's going to happen?
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
And I'll tell you straight up, like, if you, like, let's say, for example, if you were a dude that was kind of overweight, or you was a guy who wasn't overweight, but you thought that you were ugly or whatever, like you were raised to believe that you were ugly. Like, for example, like, I'm a dark-skinned dude, but, you know, like, you're a dark-skinned dude, too. And we know how those stereotypes go.
Right.
Or not stereotypes, but we know how that stupid, you know, from white supremacy and you know, envy and hate and all that stuff. But you could be a type of person that's a very beautiful person, but you were made to believe that you were, you know, this kind of way. So if you bought into that idea, even though you're an attractive person, the way that you think about yourself, that if you thinking about yourself in a negative way, it's gonna take a lot of work to realize that you need to be at a more neutral point, or a more neutral or more positive. Like, meaning you think you're the shit, or you're just neutral about how you look. You feel me? So that takes work, because even, let's say, for example, if you were a guy who was 350 and you changed, you got down to 200, you're all muscle, and you look good, but in your mind you're still going to be thinking, oh, I'm ugly, oh, I'm fat.
Right, exactly.
So that's going to take a lot of work, and a lot of guys don't understand. They're not prepared for that type of work. That's going to be something that's going to always be required from you. So, and you could apply it the same way to game. But my thing really was, I was listening to this one dude. He was saying, you know, when you go out and you with a certain type of chick, and she look a certain type of way, she could bring your sexual market value down. And to me, that didn't really sit well with me. I didn't really agree with that, because it's like, well, everybody looks different to somebody else. So beauty's in the eye of the beholder. So how does a chick bring your value down? And particularly, what if you go out to a place where it's nothing but strangers? You don't know none of these people. What does it matter what they think?
Right. Well, see, this again, a lot of what you're saying, because I've heard stuff like that, and you gotta understand, a lot of these dudes who say this shit are internet niggas. You understand what I'm saying? Where they've actually never been out in the real world. You understand what I'm saying? Because they're saying, if you have a woman that doesn't look that good, she's gonna bring your sexual market value down. Right, but that doesn't make any sense, because what is a good looking woman to you, though? You see what I'm saying? Because, you see what I mean? Like, because you could walk into a spot with you know, a chick who is like, you know, like a white chick who's a brunette and she ain't got no ass. You feel what I'm saying? But to you, she look good. That's your type. You know what I'm saying? So who's to tell you that she don't look good? She don't look good to the other person looking at her, but to you she does. So it doesn't matter. So and then on top of that, how does that make your fucking you know, I guess sexual market value nonsense? I even hate that fucking phrase, because it's just so fucking goofy. You feel what I'm saying? Because part of what makes you sexually attractive to a woman is something that you can't really just see. You understand what I'm saying? It's not just based off of a look. You see what I mean? Same thing for women too. You know, most guys don't understand this. See, dudes be thinking when a chick is 40, she hit the wall and it's over for her. Bruh, you know how many 40-year-olds? Look, listen, I'm 38 years old. I date women in their 40s. These women have dudes hitting them up all the fucking time. You understand what I'm saying? So when dudes is like, oh, she hit the wall and, you know, she's going to be an old cat lady. I'm like, bruh, these chicks have dudes hitting them up all the fucking time. And so I'm like, what happened to her sexual market value going down? You understand what I'm saying? Like, it seemed like she got a bunch of dudes trying to have sex with her. What are you talking about? You see what I'm saying? Yeah, like, and they're going to compare her to a 22-year-old, right? But the 22-year-old, yeah, she's going to get a lot of fucking dudes trying to holler. But the 42-year-old is going to get a lot of fucking dudes trying to holler. Listen, J-Lo's fucking how old? 50 years old and shit? You understand what I'm saying? Imagine you got a 50-year-old looking like that. You think she have a problem getting dudes? Come on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy.
So that's what I was thinking, because it's like, it don't make no sense. You know, so the dude who was calling earlier, who was saying the girls that look good on Instagram and all that stuff, bro, that's what looks good to you.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So somebody else probably thinks she ugly.
Exactly.
So, if you keep that shit in mind, you'll be more grounded. That's why I was saying, you know, you got to be either more neutral or, you know, very positive, but more so towards yourself, not towards other people, because then you start to pedestalize and idolize. You understand what I'm saying? That's what gets you in trouble.
Right. So, real talk.
I mean, what's the point of that SMV thing? Because it doesn't really matter, because you don't know what looks good to anybody.
Exactly. This is why I always tell these motherfuckers when they always talk about looks, I'm like, looks good to who though? And dudes in the chat saying it's rare for a 50-year-old to look like J-Lo. No, it's not. I've dated 50-year-olds who look like J-Lo and even better. Trust me, it's not. Bro, this is what I'm saying. Dudes got to get outside. Now, am I saying that most 50-year-olds look like J-Lo? Hell no. But what I'm saying is there's a lot of 40 and 50-year-olds whose body is tight, who look good, who look better than some 22-year-olds. Because I know 22, 23-year-olds who's out of fucking shape. You feel what I'm saying? So I take the 50-year-old who's in shape versus the 22-year-old who's out of shape. You understand what I'm saying? And even I'll take it even further. I'll sometimes take the 50-year-old who's in shape over the 22-year-old who's in shape. Why? Because the 22-year-old's fucking annoying. Ask me how I know. You feel what I'm saying? Ask me how I know. You see what I mean? So again, it ain't nothing wrong with niggas wanting 22-year-olds. They look good. Their body's tight. I get it. I'm getting it. But what I'm saying is, motherfuckers, they go so far with this shit where they're like, oh, this sexual market value of this and that. And if you're not this looking this way, because the guy that called earlier was talking about, oh, but how come the guys that are, 9s and 10s or better looking guys are not getting the women they deserve? I'm like, what the fuck? What woman do they deserve? You know what I'm saying? Which women what are you talking about? You see what I'm saying?
I do.
So,
and then, on the SMV kind of stuff, to the thing that women you deserve, what are you talking about? Because what if a dude that's, in your eyes, a beautiful man because you want some homo kind of stuff,
right?
What if he thinks fat, ugly girls are, to you, what if he thinks those type of girls are attractive?
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, how do you know that motherfucker don't like fat chicks? Right? Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm saying, it's like, niggas is crazy with this. And then let's take it another step further. Let's talk about the one dude who I listened to, who was talking about how, you walk into a place that you don't even know none of these people. You never probably gonna ever talk to any of those chicks anyways. He says if you come in there with a chick that is not as hot, that brings your sexual market value down. Well, let's flip it, because men and women are a bit similar when it comes to sex. In the way that, let's say if a girl comes into a place with a guy who's a 3 to you, and then the guy's a 3 to you, and she's a 9 in your eyes, because she just walked in with a dude that looks like the Nutty Professor, are you gonna? And if she starts throwing it at you, you're not gonna get it because she's with a dude that's a 3.
Right, exactly, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It don't make sense.
You gonna turn her down because she's with a dude that looks like Nutty Professor? Hell no.
That's what I'm saying. Like, dudes is always worried about what other motherfuckers is thinking. Because, trust me, a lot of guys, when they fuck with chicks, a lot of them in the back of their head be thinking, oh, but what is my friends going to think if I fuck with this girl? This is what niggas be thinking. You know what I'm saying? That's what they be thinking. They're like, what is my friend going to think if he sees me with this shit? Like that. It's like goofy shit like that. You feel what I'm saying? And so this whole sexual market value thing is like, what they'll say is, okay, this guy who's 6 foot tall with a 6-pack, a lot of women are going to think he's sexually attractive, right? That's cool. Off the physical, they're like, oh, he looks good. But in real life, though, when that guy interacts with these women, right, half those women who thought he was the shit is going to fall off because they're going to start talking to the nigga. You understand what I'm saying? And so what it is that it's a bunch of things that there's a bunch of complex things that makes a person attractive to you. So it's about what do you like personally, and what you like personally is a combination of things. It's a combination of what your society says is attractive, but also what you've grown up to be around and be accustomed to, which creates the attraction you have for somebody of the opposite sex. You see what I'm saying? So a woman could grew up in a family and been around guys who are very husky, who have a football player's build, and for some reason, she likes football player looking type of dudes because she's grown up around that. So that's what she's sexually attracted to. You see what I'm saying? And so and the same thing goes for us, where like for me, for example, I like chicks with fat asses, nice thighs. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm not into like a super skinny type of chick. You understand? I'd hit it, but that's not my first choice. You feel what I'm saying? But that's me. You feel what I mean? So a dude may see a really tall, super skinny chick and think she's a dime. I might think she's a 6. So who's right? Nobody. It's all subjective. You know what I'm saying? It's all subjective.
Yeah, man.
You hear me?
This is important because we like a lot of these hang-ups that we have, and none of us are exempt from it. We all have these type of programming, but y'all got to understand that it's a programming, man. That's my problem. You know what I'm saying? Like when you take, y'all need to take time and think about the shit that you're thinking and you're going through.
Right.
And you realize you need a bullshit barometer. You need to realize that, oh damn, like I don't know, I feel kind of weird about walking in the public with this chick,
right.
But I like her. You know what I'm saying? I really like her. I think she's attractive, but I don't know what other people are going to think. Man, you got to say, well, you know what? This is some bullshit. Fuck that. I don't know none of these people. These people don't pay my bills. These
exactly.
They're not there for me when I need them. You know what I'm saying? This chick, she treating me right. She doing whatever she got to do, so I'm good with that. You feel me?
Exactly.
So if you think that's going to dissuade or turn off other chicks, bro, like, those chicks weren't feeling you from the jump. Because if they really feeling you, it don't matter if you show up with Krusty the Clown.
Right.
They still going
exactly.
to fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like...
And again, it don't even matter because, T, if you're thinking about things in an actual realistic sort of way, if I walk into a fucking bar with a chick, right? I'm with that girl I walked in the bar with. And I'm going to end up leaving with the girl I walked into the bar with. So I'm probably never going to see these people, any woman in there that I saw in this bar ever again. So what difference does it make who they see me with? You understand what I'm saying? Like, what difference does it make who the... like I'm going to actually run into every single chick that was in that bar in my everyday life trying to get with them. They're going to be like, oh, wait a second. Aren't you that guy that walked in the bar 3 weeks ago with that chick? I was going to fuck with you, but now your sexual market value went down because I saw you with that other girl. Like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit don't make sense. It don't make no sense. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, it's internet dudes. These internet niggas don't know what the fuck they're talking about. It's unfortunate, but it's true. You understand what I'm saying?
And what they do is they help you feed into, thinking patterns that aren't conducive to your overall happiness.
Exactly. Exactly.
If Gabrielle Cinnabon, whatever her name is.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about? Precious?
Right.
Hey, if Precious make you single, you feel me? But you scared to go out with Precious, and you feel like you need to be with a chick that looks like Halle Berry.
Right.
Well, guess what's going to happen? You're going to get Halle Berry. You're going to be living the life that you think society wants you to live, and you're not going to be happy.
Exactly.
And every time you bang in Halle Berry, you're going to be thinking about Precious.
Exactly. Right. That's facts. That is facts, my nigga. That's facts. Oh, my God. There's so much facts.
You worried about what other people think. And, let me tell you something. The way you do one thing is the way you do other things. So guess what else is going to be going on in your life? You're probably going to be living in a house that you don't really want.
Exactly.
You're going to have a car or a bunch of cars that y'all don't really want. You're going to be living a lifestyle that y'all don't really want to be living because you're not living for yourself and your happiness. You're living for what other people think that you should have. And that's not the key to happiness. That's how you end up stressed out and you're killing yourself, man.
Right.
So stop trying to do it other. I mean, I'm not saying that, you shouldn't listen to people, but one thing that I realize that a lot of us don't have is a special word. It's a D word. It's called discernment. A lot of people don't have discernment, meaning they don't have the ability to break down information and apply it to their life in a way that's conducive. You know what I'm saying? So somebody might say, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. That doesn't apply to every situation. You have to purify that information like gold. You must remove all the dust and all the rocks and then get the pure source of it. But what happens is people take information, they take it in bulk and in whole, and they try to apply it in every situation. That's not how it works. You got to be dynamic. You have to be dynamic. You have to be able to apply things in a way that's fluid. You can't just take everything and try to put it with everything. That's not how life works.
Right.
So, and I feel that women don't, like a lot of women, they don't have that word. They don't have discernment. That's why they can listen to somebody like Derek Jackson and hear something like, if your man don't take you out to eat, then he's a bum.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then every woman would think, yo, this guy don't take me out to eat, then he's a bum.
Right.
That's how y'all think it.
But no, it's funny because a lot of dudes nowadays is falling for that bullshit. They'll see videos like, oh well, you know, if you don't look like Channing Tatum, it's over for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with these people, man? And I'm like, yo, like all you need to do is live life, and you would see this shit. It's so crazy. And that's what I'm saying. A lot of dudes, they stay on the internet and they stick to the internet. Like you said, it doesn't really help you in a positive way. It makes a lot of times it makes you more paranoid. It makes you more insecure because people are always talking about these unrealistic type of situations. Just like how I be hearing dudes say, yo, don't approach women in the street because you're going to get arrested. They're going to call the cops on you. I'm like, what? I'm like, nigga, I'm like, how is that even gonna work? So I'm gonna be randomly walking down the street. I'm gonna see a woman I want to talk to. I'm gonna say hi to her, and she's gonna be like, wait, hold on, sir, hold on, stay right there. I'm gonna get in this cab, drive to the precinct, and tell a cop that you tried to talk to me and you're harassing me because you said hi, and then he's gonna come back to the street and arrest you. Like, what? You understand what I'm saying? She's going to be like, wait, hold on. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to call 911 right now. We're going to wait for the cops to come. And then when he gets here, I'm going to say you said hello to me. And he's going to arrest you. For like, I'm like, where do these dudes get this nonsense? Like, I don't get it. Like, and that's what I'm saying, where the internet has exposed the idiots. That's really what it's done. Truthfully. Because this is the funny part. I've had people hit me up, and they're like, yo, Mr. Locario, I stopped watching your videos, and I'm watching this other guy. And I'm like, first of all, why would you even email me to tell me some stupid shit like that, right? And so I'm like, okay, watch whoever you're watching, right? And then so they're like, yo, Mr. Locario, you should watch this guy. He's speaking a real truth. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I watched the fucking guys they're talking about, and I'm like, are y'all motherfuckers serious? Like, don't you see this nigga is catering to your insecurity? Like, are you that slow? You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, we have a lot of male Derek Jacksons out here now. Like, you see how Derek Jackson caters to the insecurity of women? We have a lot of guys who are on YouTube who cater to the insecurity of men. And so this is what's popular now. So like all these guys are like, well, you know, your sexual market value is not high enough. So therefore, when you get with this woman, she's going to leave you because, you know, of hypergamy. And then, you know, you can't trust women because now you got to go MGTOW because now if you get married, then she's going to divorce rape you. And then when this happens, you're going to get accused of sexual harassment for looking at a woman. And now you got to wait for choosing signals because if you approach a woman, you're going to get arrested because of the Me Too movement. And then, you know, all of this bullshit. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? You know what I mean? It's crazy. I'm like, wow.
And I honestly feel like that's okay because you know we all know information is good,
right?
You know, but I feel like a lot of times, and I've heard this said before sometimes too. Information could be a bad thing too because when the information isn't organized, it takes a certain type of mind to be able to discern and to navigate through it to find what's precise. This is why people like you guys, you serve as a beacon, or you serve as a point where a point we can go to get like information that has been refined,
right?
And makes sense, and it's also consistent. You know, I always look for that. You know, that with you, a lot of the things that you say, I'm always looking for contradictions. But with you, I have to say I can't find any contradictions.
Right. Well, it's hard because it's like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's me living in real life. You know what I'm saying? It's so crazy.
You got to put your mental health. But more so, guys, you know we're here for women. But really, it's not really about women. It's really about you.
Right.
It's really about your mental health. Because look, if you take the head away, the body falls.
Right.
You feel me? So you guys get your mind right. You know, and a lot of this bullshit that we all believe in is what's really fucking up the game and making people sick. You hear about all this mental illness and all this stuff. It's because of this shit that we're buying into.
Right.
It doesn't make any sense. And the thing is, as men, we're the ones that's supposed to be able to navigate because when we get with the women, they eat this shit up. They
Exactly.
They don't know how to filter.
Mm-hmm.
So how is it that you fucked up mentally and you gonna get with a chick? How y'all gonna work? Y'all
Exactly. Exactly. That's what I'm saying,
goodness.
yo. It's so sad because I even did a video about that the other day. I was like, yo, you got dudes out here trying to fuck with chicks, but you're being like a manipulative and trying to use trickery to fuck with a chick. And I'm like, bro, you're supposed to be the leader. You're supposed to be the one that the women are gonna follow. So what the fuck are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what I'm saying. Where you got dudes out here who they're so frustrated and angry because they're having issues with women, but instead of actually getting help and really understanding what they need to do to progress and be better men, you feel what I'm saying? It's like they're listening to all of this fucking scary information porn, you feel what I'm saying? Where these motherfuckers just is hitting you over the head with, yo, well, these women are gonna do this and these women are gonna do that, and if you do this, and I'm like, bruh, I'm telling you, I've been in a relationship, a happy relationship, for damn near 14 years. What are you talking about? You feel what I'm saying? I've been in another happy relationship for 4 years, simultaneously. You feel what I'm saying? And there's other women that I date and that I see that I have a great time with. You feel what I mean? And I'm like, what's all this craziness y'all talking about? But again, if you're going down that route and you have that sort of vibration where you're attracting that bullshit to you, of course that's what's going to make you feel like, oh my God, this is crazy. So we're watching videos and people talking all this crazy shit about how fucking evil chicks are, and you got to watch your back because they're going to take this and they're going to take that, and they're acting this way and they're going to leave you, and they're going to all this shit to scare you, so that how do you expect to even connect with a woman when that's the type of shit that's been on your mind all this time? When you actually finally meet a woman you want to talk to and interact with, you're thinking, oh, well, I got to watch my back because she's going to be hypergamous and she's going to take from me for everything I got, and she's going to do this. You know what I'm saying? It's fucking crazy.
So what is and who does that sound like? That sounds like how women act.
Exactly.
Because women can be, bro, let me tell you something. You could be a good-looking ass dude, bro, like whatever that means. You know what I'm saying? You could be a good-looking dude, and a chick could be so attracted to you, and she'll see your picture and everything. Let's put this on, because it happens in person, in real life, and it happens online too. And I think it happens more online. You guys would think that a guy that looks good has it easier online, but a lot of these women, when they see a good-looking dude online, they think, oh, you know what? Like the same thing you were talking about earlier, when you had the chick that showed up on a date, but you were telling her you was a player,
right?
And then she ran out,
right? Exactly.
Why do you think she ran out? Because she knew she wouldn't be able to control the narrative with you.
Exactly.
It's not because of what you're doing with different girls, because she's probably fucking 5 or 6 different dudes.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's not that you got a lot of women. It's the fact that she feel like she won't be able to control the narrative.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So she's like, how dare this male,
right,
think that he's going to be able to pimp me?
Right. Exactly. Right.
It's not that you're the pimp, bro. She wants to be the pimp.
Exactly. That's all it is.
You feel me? Because of the shit that she's been listening to. So a girl will see a dude that's attractive and she'll swipe left on him not because she's not attracted to him, but because she feels like she won't have the upper hand.
Exactly.
And where does that shit come from? That kind of thinking comes from the bullshit that we consume from media, from people who aren't informed. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, again, women don't have they can, but most of them can't really filter. So with us men, we're supposed to be able to do that. But what I'm seeing now is guys are becoming like women. They're not being able to filter this information. And what happens when you're not able to filter, you end up in situations where you're not happy.
Right.
So a woman, instead of going with the guy that she's really attracted to, she's going to pick some mediocre guy in her eyes, because she feels like she can control that situation better.
Right.
So at the end of the day, so you're balancing fear and control. And then the thing about it is, you can't control anything when you're fearful. So a lot of you guys, you're doing the same thing these women are doing when you buy into the bullshit. So find your truth. If if Precious makes your dick tingle, then go to Precious. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
If Holly Berry makes your dick tingle, then go to Holly Berry. Don't be worrying about what these dudes talking about SMV or the girl got 1,000 likes on Instagram
Right.
and all this shit. Cause it be some fine ass girls that only got 10 or 20 likes because they just put their profile up. You
Right.
feel me? So it don't mean nothing. That shit don't mean nothing, man.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all buying into the shit that they want us to consume so we could be fucked up
Mm-hmm.
for a purpose. There's an agenda behind this shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's real talk, because of all of this stuff too, with the, you know, looks, money, status, and sexual market value and all this other stupid shit. That's to keep you insecure. You understand? That's to keep you feeling like, oh, well, I don't measure up to this, so therefore I can, like I've heard guys say, even the caller earlier said this. He said, I feel like this woman is, you know, above me or above my level because she has 1,000 likes on Instagram and she got a fat ass. You know, you understand what I'm saying? It's just like, bruh, what are you talking about? You feel what I mean? And so a lot of people are buying into fear. They're buying into insecurity, into, you know, indulging in that insecurity. You see what I'm saying? And that affects how they approach the game. That affects their success in the game. That affects how their relationships go. You feel what I'm saying? And so people start doing things because anytime you do any type of like I heard somebody on talking about, if you meet a girl online and you match with a chick on Tinder, they were saying only hit her up once a day. So like you'll message her, then she'll message you, and then they say wait for the next day to message her, and then she'll message you again, and they'll say wait for another day, and they're saying, well, you got to do that so she can think you're a high value guy and you don't have enough time to be hitting her up, so that's going to make her more attracted to you. Stupid ass shit like that. Stupid fucking shit like that is the reason why most guys have issues with women, because your action is dictating back to you that you are insecure, which is why you have to pretend to be something you're not, which is why you're playing the trick, which is why you're playing that little mind game. You feel what I'm saying? Because you're not being authentic with who you are, because you don't think who you are is enough. That's what people do. When a person thinks they're not enough, they have this feeling of, I gotta compensate and pretend and put on this fucking show. You feel what I'm saying? But the thing is, if you understand you are enough, if you see your value and you understand what you're about, you don't got to do none of that shit. You're not going to have that fear. You feel what I'm saying? And so, just like you're saying, a lot of these dudes, the reason why they'll say, well, if you walk into a bar with a girl who's not that good, it's going to lower your sexual market value. You're saying that because you give a fuck about what other people think. You give a fuck about what other people think because you need their validation. You need their validation because you're insecure. You see what I'm saying? It all comes back to that shit. You feel what I mean? It all comes back to that. And that's what I'm saying. It all comes back to that insecurity and that fear. You understand? And this is what a lot of guys are gravitating to online. I'm like, how you watch a bunch of videos just hating on women? I don't get that shit. How you watch a bunch of videos talking about, yo, well, you got to watch it back because women are hypergamous. And I'm like, see, and this is the thing. I'm not saying that type of shit doesn't happen, but it doesn't matter. Because and the reason why I say it doesn't matter is because it's the equivalent of saying, it's like, and this is what I'm saying, it doesn't matter because it shouldn't really affect you if you're on a different path. So it's the equivalent of me worrying about getting jumped into a gang. I'm not trying to get into no gangs. I'm not trying to be in a gang. So I don't gotta worry about gang life and gang shit because that's not what I'm doing. You see what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter to me. So I don't gotta worry about a chick fucking being belligerent and fucking, doing a bunch of bullshit and doing a bunch of crazy stuff because I'm not ever fucking with chicks like that. And at the beginning, if I see a woman being that way, I drop her immediately. So I don't have to deal with that. You see what I'm saying? But you have a lot of guys out here, because of the low self-esteem, they will deal with that and indulge in that because they feel like that's what they're worth. They feel like that's all that they should be dealing with and that's all that they deserve. You see what I'm saying? It's crazy.
Let me just say this last piece about the SMV thing, because what you was saying right there is real shit. You know what I'm saying? With the SMV thing, you got to be real careful with that because I learned these two things from you. What you were speaking about earlier. It's different between playing game and then different from having game.
Right.
that's one thing. But the other thing that I learned from you that was very valuable, you know how when you're playing video games, it's like you unlock a different level,
Right.
and then you become a stronger character.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like when I learned this from you, that shit like brought me up to another level. It's like what you said was you want to treat all women the same.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
Right.
And I'm gonna go into that because this shit right here, bro. This shit right here unlocks the game, bro. If you with a chick, right? Let's say you got 3 chicks, and
Right.
you think. And you got 3 chicks, and you think 2 of them hot, and then the last one, you don't feel like she's as hot as the other 2.
Mm-hmm.
That shit don't matter. Treat all 3 the exact fucking same.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So if you the type of dude that like to buy chicks chocolates, don't buy the first 2 chocolates, and then don't buy no, and then you leave the third one out because you feel like
exactly.
she's hot. No, bro. Buy all of them chocolates. Mm-hmm. If you like to kiss the girls and make them feel nice and give them a shot, do that for all 3 chicks. Because what that does, a lot of dudes don't understand this. What it's doing when you like, well, I gotta walk into a bar with a hot chick. What that's doing is, if you walk into with a bar and you feel like the chick is not as hot, you're preparing yourself to pedestalize women.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because what's gonna happen is, when you're with that chick that you feel like is not as hot, because you're not treating her the same, she's going to feel that. You feel me? She's going to feel that you're not feeling her the same. You're not treating her like you really like her. Now, I'm not saying just go out and pick some bum chick. No, but if you really like this chick and she's on your team and you decide to put her on your team, you better treat her the same like you're treating all the other chicks. Otherwise, you're setting yourself up to get played. Because if you're putting this chick down, what do you think you're going to do with the other chick?
Right.
You're going to lift them up. You're going to put them up, and you're going to most likely put them up above you, pedestalizing them. And that's when you set yourself up for some problems.
Right.
You feel me? So when you treat all of your chicks the same, you neutralize that urge inside of you to be a simp or a trick. That one dude that was calling in talking about something, I like to pay the girl's phone bill, I like to drop a little money on their books. You feel me? That type of dude, I think he got that problem. What's going on is he probably got a few different chicks or dealt with different chicks, and then he's treating some of them better than he treats others.
Exactly, right.
You have to, as a man, you have to train yourself not to be a simp, because we were programmed to be that way. I know what he's talking about, too, because when you meet a girl you think is really attractive, the first thing you think to do is spend money on her, because society has taught you that that's your value to women.
Exactly.
That's what
exactly.
You know so you guys got to be careful with that. If you decided to put a girl on your team, you better treat all the girls on your team the same. As long as they're respecting you, they treating you with respect, you know what I'm saying? They treating you good, treat them all the same. Don't treat none better than the other. Because if you start doing that, they're going to feel it, and they're going to start using you and using that shit against you, because they're going to feel that, oh, this guy feels good when he in public with me. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to start manipulating and doing all this other dumb shit, you know?
Right, and on top of that, doing that when you switching up and treating them all differently because, oh, this one is hot, that's feminine. You understand what I'm saying? It's like this. Masculinity is the sun. You feel what I'm saying? The sun shines on everybody. It ain't like, oh, I'm gonna shine on this person and I'm not gonna shine. No, the sun is just doing its thing and shining. It's being the same way. You feel what I'm saying? The moon, though, is half moon, fucking, whatever, full moon, all that other shit, the way that it comes through. You see what I'm saying, to the perspective? So what I'm saying is, you got to be like the sun. You feel what I'm saying? Because not only are you treating them the same because you want to have that consistency within how you're treating them, but also you're treating them the same because you're staying grounded in who you are and you're not switching up. Like I was saying earlier, me and Miles was saying earlier, you're not switching up. You're being you, period. You feel what I'm saying? And so the thing is that, and that's what actually makes you more attractive to women in general, because they're looking at you like, damn, this guy is really about what he's about. And what makes women, a part of what makes women attracted is security too, meaning that she feels secure with you. Why? Because you're consistent with being who you are. You see what I'm saying? She can rely on you. You're someone she can lean on. So that also plays into it, because you're actually just being who you are. You're not switching up for any of them. You see what I mean? And that's the thing. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree. Now, because I don't want guys to take what I was saying out of context. You know what I'm saying? you shouldn't be with chicks that you don't find attractive. Like with me, like the more that I come into understanding, the more I realize it's either the girl is attracted to you or she's not attracted to you. You know what I'm saying? But putting a number on it, I know we do that superficially,
right?
But if you're taking that shit too serious, like she got to be a 9 or a 10, you just setting yourself up to pedestalize. You're preparing yourself to pedestalize women,
right?
Because like what else are you doing? What is that? What else? What other kind of purpose is that serving to give a chick a rating or a number? It's like a restaurant, it's
right?
Like, if you looking for a hamburger restaurant, you see one with a 3-star or a 4-star or 5-star,
right?
You're gonna most likely go to the one with the 5-star because
right.
that one has been pedestalized. But if you know what you like, and you know that the restaurant with the 3 or 4-star has the burgers and they do it the way that you like it done.
Exactly.
It don't matter how many stars it got.
Thank you. Exactly. Man, I'm telling you, yo, that's some real shit. Man. Man, that was dope. We gotta end it on that because I gotta head up out of here. But yo, man, I appreciate that call, brother. You was dropping some heavy ass game, man. You feel me?
Yes, sir. It was good talking to you again, man.
Definitely, man. All right, well, holla, man. Peace.
Later.
All right. So, guys, it is about that time. We damn near on 3 hours in this motherfucker. Shit. Nathan Wong, you hilarious. He said the stream has been going on a long time. I should extend it longer. Hilarious. So, listen, guys. Remember, make sure you get Submissive Women Are Sexy shirts. Click the link below. Also, make sure you guys get How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day ebook, hard copy, or audiobook. Make sure you get this book. Go to MrLocario.com. The greatest book of all time. You feel what I'm saying? So, we shout out to everybody in the chat. Jaron Pirtle, Nathan Wong, John Harris, Enemies Defeated. I can't even pronounce the name. Each Billion, NNN, John Michael, what up? Sir Lot in the building, Damian Forbley, Dom C, Slime Peso, who else? For Business, Antonio Mas in the building. Feel what I'm saying? Who else? Tito Smiles. Who else is up in here? Shout out to Rest Man, Nicholas Pin, French, Speedy Gonzalez, David Murphy, the Jordies 1. Who else? Liberty Life, Big Stain in the building, Good Sense, Dwight was good, K Zaggin 20 in the chat, Isa E, Infinite Cash Flow, man, we had a lot of people in Chizzy City, Jason Gordon, Dark Nedge 190, man, I appreciate everybody tuning in. I will see you guys again next week, but remember, make sure you guys join the Patreon, because the Patreon, I got exclusive live streams that I'm doing on the Patreon where the game is heavy. So make sure you join the Patreon to check out those live streams, all right? So that's pretty much it, guys. I'm out of here. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone.